a decent height. I don't want to do anything with it because it's actually perfect for once.
All right, we are live.
Hi, guys. Oh, I mean, probably nobody's here yet, but hi.
So, well, like just normal.
Hey.
Thanks everybody for coming by. Today we've got Mason and Professor Oak on the channel, and if we want to have a quick introduction once again for Professor Oak, who just took a drink as I'm saying that.
Of course. Hey everyone, Professor Oak. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a little chat. I'm the collector of the group today, so have a little Friday night fun and finish out the week, ready for the weekend.
And then of course Mason's next.
Hello, I am Mason from Cardinal Gaming. 2 locations to better serve you in Louisville, Kentucky. No, hi guys. Just here to hang out, enjoy Friday. I mean, what else would I be doing on a Friday night other than sitting here with you guys? So, may as well stream it, right?
Mason,
Yes.
I got a bone to pick with your introduction.
Yes.
I can't help but feel that your second store was technically your third because you have an online store too.
But the online store is served by the 2 stores.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
A majority of the stuff is shipped out of the first store, yes. Why?
You've got 3 stores. I think you should tell people 3 stores. I really view the online one as being its own separate thing. Despite where stock or, however it's handled, like there's people that can buy in store, there's people that can buy online, and there's people that can buy only one of them. So it's like 3 separate situations, right?
Or you could buy from all 3 and do me a favor.
That'd be
fantastic. How about that?
Love it.
You could do all 4. You could go to TCG Player and do his online store there also.
Correct. Yes.
If we want to start splitting hairs. You got to count on Toad and Troll too, Mason?
I do not. To pull an Oak, I would say that I have a lot of fingers and a lot of online selling platform pies.
I'm curious with this eBay vault, how that's gonna look. All the people I've heard talking about it in the past day or so has been fairly positive, but fairly restricted. So
yeah, it was interesting that they put that dollar amount on it, and but I suppose imagine how many PSA cards and stuff go through eBay on a single day.
Yeah.
I mean, if 50% of those cards or 40% of those cards that per day even started to get left in the vault, just imagine how big of a facility they would need within a year to handle all those. So I could see why they have a restriction, but
did they say how big it was? I don't think I read that anyway.
No, I don't think I've seen an actual square footage or anything like that. I don't know for sure.
No, I don't think I have. The PWCC ones, that's apparently not actually really that big. I guess it's just they have really good organization and how they stack.
Well, you think of how many graded cards you could fit inside of a small room, even. If you could keep it organized and know exactly how to find with the numbers and everything, but
yeah. I'm trying to picture it in here. It would be a mess, but you could fit a lot in. Yeah.
Is that third shelf in the background your vault back there with all the stuff stacked on it?
There's crap. Yeah.
That's what your vault would look like.
Yeah, that's the low dollar vault that I keep at home. Any big stuff I don't keep here. I keep at the bank, locked away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could. There's my vault right there of all my bulk and.
Okay.
My little side shelf of stuff that I need to go through because I just bought a collection with all kinds of bulk in it on Wednesday.
Fantastic.
That's kind of the reason that I really wanted to discuss today is just what are you guys seeing right now? I know Mason, with you with the TCG and things like that, or with the store, you're seeing probably the most upfront point of this. What are you seeing selling more right now? Are you seeing sealed slowing down and singles speeding up or staying the same, or are you seeing something different from that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, sealed is still great. I mean, I am sold out of Astral Radiance boxes. I have none. I can't get any more. I am in a bad situation because I have no Pokemon to sell. I have no Brilliant Stars. I have no Astral Radiance. I got no Evolving Skies. I am out of a lot of stuff right now. So it's kind of sucks. I feel like it's you know, Viv Voltage release all over again. I don't have stuff on release. I have ETBs. That's the only thing I have sealed product wise for Astral Radiance, and that's it.
Huh.
And I've been trying to find some boxes through distribution, and I have one place that has them for like $88 a box, and I can only get a case. So I got that on the way, but that's not going to last. That's like 1 day's worth of product. So it's rough. It's rough right now. Getting sealed product again. But yeah. So other than that, single wise, I mean, alt arts are just continually to just fly. I mean, they don't stick around. People understand that these are very rare cards. They're very hard to pull, and vast majority of the time, are just better off just throwing out the money and paying for them than you are trying to chase them, because it's just as you fill out a binder, it's less and less cost effective to just keep opening packs. So
yeah,
that's a lot of stuff that I see. And then organized play, starting off with Pokemon. So I got a lot of organized play staples. My Inteleons, Drizzles, my evolution incense, and all those types of things are all moving to where I don't even have those. So they're selling on TCG Player, and we have them above the floor, and just through the ebb and flow of the market, they sell off. Our floor for our ceiling that we price stuff at is 15% above market on TCG Player, and we still, with the daily fluctuations, depending on what listings are out there, they sell and they move. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird way to see the market, and it just seems like things are very streaky right now, where people just buy a bunch of stuff and everything's moving really, really fast, and the floor is moving constantly all the time on this stuff. So the volume, that means volume is moving if you see those types of fluctuations, because if things aren't selling, prices stay the same or lower, but we're going up and down, up and down, up and down, just depending on who has what in stock. And it's being on TCG Player is very interesting because we see it at a much more macro level. Like I said, with my ceilings being higher than what the floor is, to see how I get bought out of like 40 of one version of a card doesn't make sense. Yeah. So do people just want a bunch of that card and they're just willing to pay more for it because they want a bunch of that card? Or is somebody trying to pull shenanigans? I don't know. It's very, very weird. And it's very interesting to me seeing what sells.
I did buy out a few of your Pikachu. That last time that I bought some stuff, I was like, I just kept clicking until it said there was no more available. But that was such low numbers. I mean, and it was just because I was hoping out of them there'd be one that I could hopefully get like a 9 if I was to grade it. It was more that, just like get them all, they're all cheap enough. It's got them at a great price. I'll just get them all and hope I can get one that's a good spot. I think that was like nothing nefarious. I think that was just a mindset. Maybe sign someone. I don't know.
Sure. I know who it was, but somebody bought out. I had like 100 of the double V boxes promos. Somebody bought all 100 of them. Every single one I had.
Yeah, that's a different game.
What? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
They maybe were just doing me a favor. I hope so, because that's. Yeah. What are you gonna do with those? It's very weird.
Yeah. You know what I've been seeing weird too is exactly what you're saying, Mason. On TCG Player, it's weird because it's like the waves just keep coming up and down. So one day you're too high, but if you position yourself in a, just leave your stuff alone. You know, if you've got a price you want to make on it and you put it right in there, it seems like one day I'll come in and I'll have 20 sales.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back the next day and there'll be for 2 days, there'll be nothing. And all of a sudden it's like it goes back through the cycle where it's like a little chart that just keeps grabbing these cards that I have for sale, and all of a sudden I'll get a douse of sales again. And if I don't sit there and adjust, you know, trying to chase it, it just seems to always fall back into it. Like you said, it's like the market's going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and people are hunting. And they'll take all of like my Drizzles. They'll clean them all out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I know you're not a player because you only need, you know, two or three of those. I think it's 3 Drizzles inside of a deck. And why did you buy 8 of them or 10 of them? You know, it's like I don't understand why you'd be grabbing that card, because I don't see that card going up in enough value to see a reason to purchase it at that or buy a large section of them.
Yeah, I mean, or could be, you know, another store that needs stock of it and just wants them on hand, or, you know, maybe they're going to vend at a regional or something and they need a big mess of them. I mean, that could be definitely a thing, but
it could be.
Yeah, it's very fun being a pro seller that sells. We sell probably over 100 orders a day typically. On the weekends it tends to go a lot heavier than that. So that's a lot of things moving all the time. So we have 220,000 cards listed. So yeah, things move, and it's when you have that wide of a pool, you see all the little ripples when things move. So it's fun. It gives you a lot of data and a lot of knowledge that other people would not see otherwise.
Andy, I know you've talked about selling sealed stuff on there before. Are you doing that too, Mason? Do you have anything sealed on there, or is it mostly single?
Very little sealed. If I put sealed on TCG Player, I'm trying to dump it. So yeah, I mean, I did do that with a couple Astral Radiance boxes when prices were still good, like when they were still at 110. I said, yeah, go ahead, sell some. You know, hindsight. But yeah, I mean, if I have a large quantity of something, I'll throw it on there just because it does move. So yeah, that's about the only reason I put sealed on there.
And that's most of my sealed goes on there when I'm getting worried about a huge market fluctuation, such as a reprint or something like that. I was getting nervous with Evolving Skies. Granted, I could have probably sold it locally or put it on, you know, on Facebook or gone through some cheaper methods. But when you're sitting there playing especially when you're doing modern, if you're worried about that reprint game, and they could at any day announce that there's going to be a reprint on a set or a product, they have views. And when you're trying to sell products, you can't beat views. You know, you really got eBay or TCG Player, or if you have a Toad and Troll account too. But you get so many people seeing that product that it gets you them quicker sales to make sure you can get rid of it at a price point that you're looking at before you get stuck with it. And that's really the only reason I sell sealed products on there, just because I hate paying 13% to them automatically because you sell through them. And Mason, do you get a better rate being at your size? I was just curious how that works if you get up to your size.
Are you a pro seller? Do you have a pro account?
Not yet.
Or is it?
I was just about to move in because I just got my account back to a level 4.
Yeah.
Finally, because I didn't sell anything for nearly a year on there because of everything that was going on. It just was no reason to use it.
Yeah, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to pro. They do take a higher percentage with pro, but you have a lot more tools available to you with the mass pricing and stuff like that. It's definitely worth it if you want to start moving some volume. Also using the quick list software, you scan cards in with a document camera. We use that a lot for buying collections and pricing things out. So it makes our lives and work a lot faster being a pro seller, because the tools I have are very useful. And until something comes along and shakes up the market, you know, like you were saying, the place that has eyes is going to be where all that movement is happening, because the prices are going to be competitive. That's going to be like the de facto price. And because things are moving so frequently, and because all the tools they have to support LGSs and even smaller, just online sellers. It helps and promotes them to use their platform as well. So it really is I don't want to say it's a monopoly, but it's damn close.
Yeah.
But they do offer a lot of good support for stores.
Yeah, and that's where I'm going back and forth on the pro. I was looking at the tools that are available for it and what I could get for it, but the problem is that I don't know if I want to pay that extra out of pocket right now to go there, because I don't have like volume like you do. I mean,
sure.
Realistically, I dig through. I usually have approximately listed. Right now, I have like 140 cards. And most of them are like 4 or 12 of Sobble. All the different tournament playing cards right now are really what I'm listing, and some of the trainer gallery cards, the extra ones that we've pulled and things like that are. But to me, it's just a little bit extra work. But it's really not to the point where I feel that I need to be spending that money, losing that extra money.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't pay that extra money, I have to hire more employees, and that's far more expensive. So I will give them that extra 2% or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. So, and that brings me to a question for you, Professor Oak. What, with you looking for your collection cards, have you been able to find these cards at fairly reasonable prices lately? A little bit better of a chase on them, or are they staying pretty high in price?
So it has, for me, the stuff that I've been looking at, which obviously is like usually Pikachu's, there's a much larger disparity now than before in anything from like an 8 or a 9 to 10. 10s are like selling more than ever, like higher than ever, really, like for most of them. I was bidding on the Platinum Arceus Pikachu last week in a PSA 10. I think there's 6 in pop. Like, it's pretty low. It's just the standard Pikachu art, but there's only 6. Obviously, it's a bit of an older set. And I got outbid. I think it got to like 280, which for a set Pikachu is non-hollow is like pretty crazy high. like that's pretty nuts. But then there's a couple of 9s that I've got from earlier sets, $15-20. So I mean, the difference between the two is the gap is like widened so much further. Like, the demand for the 10s is just like, for the more difficult older ones, lower pop ones, older rare mint better, that side of it really has like increased exponentially compared to the 8s and 9s that are relatively easy to pick up at the moment. There seems to be plenty of them and pretty good prices. So that's been a struggle, because I collect 10s for my basic set, which is one Pikachu from each set that had a Pikachu in it. I only collect 10s for that particular registry set, and it's costing a lot of money to pick them up as they come through. I don't want to pay $300 for a Platinum Arceus basic Pikachu card, in a 10. It's crazy to me. So I don't know how I'm going to get around that one. That's the biggest one I've seen recently. But the other thing is, like I said, it's Pop 6, and I couldn't find any sales. I couldn't find any sales history for that. So I don't really have a concept of like really what it's kind of worth market wise, like what people are paying. So that's a little tricky. But most of the cards in the past 3 months, you can pretty much find at least one sale, at least something there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious to know.
Spending more than I want to. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I was just curious to know, because from a collector's aspect, I know some people are saying that they're seeing more rotation of cards or more availability of some of the cards, but the 9s, of course, the 8s and 9s are becoming a lot more available, while, especially the older the set gets, it's harder and harder to get 10s, and especially if they're low pop now, trying to find some of these cards in, that kind of condition, like you're finding out when you were doing your PSA, layouts and things like that. how many of them were coming back as PSA 10s versus all the 9s, 8s, and 7s.
So low.
Just because they were never taken care of back, the older they get. We didn't sleeve them up and put them into binders right away. We didn't take care of cards. You actually played them. I mean, every one of my cards in my binders were played. And so that's where I think a lot of us have been saying since probably last year or two, PSA 10 is going to be your best potential for having these cards being more valuable in time. And as time goes on, I feel that 8s, 9s, even 7s are going to start to get a little bit almost washed out. More and more if this backlog continues to get in.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is tricky because the other thing is I think there's more people than ever in the set registry and more people than ever. I see new names popping in there and new collections popping in there all the time on the ones that I'm in and I'm watching. And I think there's with that, some people collecting those cards and just never like organized them. They've never used the registry and now they're starting to use it. It's not so much that they're just suddenly buying them. So they're putting their stuff in and then they're like, oh, I have a gap in this 5 years. I don't have that one. So when that one does finally come up, they have a gap for a reason because it hasn't done. So, a pretty classic one is Legendary Collection Pikachu. Just a pretty standard Pikachu card, but it has a come on eBay in a 10 or on PWCC in a 10 in weeks. It's probably been over a month since we've had one. Like it's been since one came up on auction, and there's a few of them. Like, and that's not a crazy rare card, but yeah, there's just a few out there. There's Holland Phantom Pikachu's in a 10. I mean, to the moon, they're crazy. So there's definitely a big disparity between the sets too, which I think is more just the general cool artwork rather than just collecting Pikachus from each set. I think there's definitely there's more to that. I was just talking about it on the live last night, but I just picked up a Majestic Dawn Pikachu in a 10 for $50, and that's a fairly old, it's not modern. I wouldn't expect people to be ripping Majestic Dawn packs tomorrow to be sending it. It doesn't have a crazy high population, but $50. I mean, 2 years ago it probably would have been 20, 25. I mean, it's double, but it's not 20, 25, 30, all the way up to 200-300, or thousands, like some of them. It's insane. I'm in a pretty I want to say that Pikachu isn't niche like Pikachu PSA 10 collectors, but it is. When you look at the registry, there really isn't that many people doing it.
Yeah.
There really isn't. That's why I have a pretty small collection and I'm in the top 10 for all three of the Pikachu registries. If there's got to be people with more than me, real serious people in there with good cards.
Starting, I finally used your link and went into the PSA registry for my Flareons. So I finally got. The problem is that half of mine are CGC, so I have them. They're just in a different, CGC grading. And
did you upload them?
I did. Well, half of them. I'm still working on it because you got to sit till you're there and manually type in all the cert numbers and everything. It takes it takes a bit of time to do it. So out of the 15 of them I have from CGC, I think I got 7 of them loaded in right now. And it's kind of cool because now that I'm doing the set registry, I can see that, the nice thing is that PSA actually doesn't put them in as a PSA, but it actually knocks them off the list if you do have them. So I was curious if you actually did have CGC, if it would knock it off the list to know if you've got the card. And it did, which was kind of nice. It just doesn't give it the PSA score on it. So, but after those things, it actually ranked me based on it. So based on how many I have. So I was actually in the top 10 for Flareons, which I was pretty impressed. I didn't think that I had.
It adds it in that you own it, but it's not scoring and grading. It's not giving you the rating and the grade.
Correct. From what I looked at it, it didn't show, because of course, if you look at your set registry for PSA, it lists it all out, the information, checks it, you know, and then puts in what grade it is that you have based on the serial number of the card. So you put in the serial number and it fills it all out for you and puts it in the set registry where it belongs. With the CGC, it doesn't actually, it's manually, but it doesn't actually write it out on the short view or the summary of the list.
Okay.
So you have to actually click on it and you can see the PSA cert number and the PSA grade on it, but you can't, on the quick summary, see any of that information because it's not PSA, so they're not going to be able to do that in the quick summary part of it.
For you to keep track of at least, I guess, just more of a database of what's there. I literally just got my first CGC Pikachu today. It just got delivered from PWCC, so I guess I'll experience that for myself tomorrow when I try and put it in there, see what it says.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten them from PWCC for Flareons, and I've had no problem putting them in there. They go all, even the CGC ones, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot more work to just fill out all the information for it and line it up so that it checks it off right on the summary list, because CGC's definition or description of it might be slightly different than PSA's, so you got to make sure it knocks off the right one too when you're putting it in, because it'll do the drop down menu and you can pick which one it is based on the summary on the top of the card. So it's a little bit more work, but it still works, which is nice.
How many more do you have to collect?
Oh God, I have a total of 42 now.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I don't even think I'm 50%. I think I was at 32% or 31%.
That's a lot. Right in
there. There's a lot of Flareons. I mean, it's just about as popular as Pikachu. How many Pikachus are there?
No, I just got to be more Pikachus.
Please,
sure.
you don't.
There's a lot.
I know. What I'm saying, it's another OG Pokemon all the way from Jungle, and Flareon's been in a lot of sets.
Yeah, the basic. I'm just looking right now. The basic set is 47. So essentially, there's been 47 English Pokemon sets that have a minimum of one Pikachu in for each. And then in English, there's 310 English Pikachus in the registry. And just in general master set, there's 684 loaded in there. But I just had a couple admitted, and then I just requested 3 more that went in there. So firsthand, I can tell they don't have anywhere near everything in there. If I've already submitted 5, just me, in the past few weeks, that's likely to carry on, keep going. And obviously with each set that one comes in, I'm hoping Origin that just got released, just got leaked today, that's going to have the Dark Phantasma sleeping Pikachu, cuddly Pikachu laying on the grass or whatever it is. That'd be cool in English.
That's gonna be your trick, is keeping up with all the new ones with the trainer galleries and everything coming up too. There's at least 2 trainer gallery ones and a gold one. If you go by the Japanese sets, if they make it English.
They're cheaper though. It's cheaper than trying to buy a nice PSA 10, like I just said, that one that was bid up to bucks, the other day. There's no way you're paying that for a modern one right now. So I just actually got a few different languages of a different card and a couple of different ones. I'm going to do a mail day video when they come in, but I just got a couple of raw cards, packed fresh. It's going to be fun, and they were cheap as chips. Spent hardly anything on them.
All right. Well, I got a question for all of us. So, with the new set coming out, you know what we're talking about, Pokemon Go. What are your initial thoughts based on what you do? Are you bullish, bearish, or neutral about it, or undetermined on it? Who would like to start?
I mean, I'll take it since Oak just got done with. So I am pretty happy with what they've shown. People were overinflating the Radiant cards, I think, a little bit. Let's temper our expectations a little bit. they're just going to be regular old yellow bordered cards with a shiny version of that Pokemon on it. So everybody was freaking out and thinking that they were going to be some amazing card. Just we all should have known better, I think. But it's Pokemon Go, hugely casual crowd. They brought Pokemon Go into Pokemon leagues for LGSs. They are doing organized play battles with Pokemon Go. The last international tournament had Pokemon Go battling competitive, like for like trophies and actual Pokemon sanctioned events in Pokemon Go. So they're pushing this stuff very, very hard, and they're pushing it together to be at the same place at the same time. I do not expect them to miss the opportunity of cross promoting all that stuff at the same time. I guarantee you that there will be all kinds of goodies that you can get from buying cards for Pokemon Go and all the other playing Pokemon Go and getting cards maybe through an LGS or something. There's already talking about some sort of promotional items through an LGS for Pokemon Go. It's happening. It's coming. It's gonna merge them together, and it's gonna be super interesting this summer to see what all they do with it. I think the set's gonna do very well. Like I said, casually, it's like a specialty set that is gonna bring people out of the woodwork to want to collect the stuff. And all the stuff with the items from the game being in item cards in the TCG now, all that stuff being crossed over, all the same like art feel that's in the Pokemon Go app. There's like card arts that are very similar feeling, So all that stuff is going to help cross promote, and that's the thing that Pokemon has sucked at up until now. They're going to cross promote, and you can even argue the past two sets with the Legends Arceus tie-in. Again, huge cross promotional stuff that they're doing. Somebody somewhere finally got their head out of the sand and is going, oh, hey, we have all these things that are hugely popular. Let's smush them all together. They're going to keep it going. They're going to keep going with it and make more and more money, So I think it's going to be great. The cards themselves, I think are there's strong cards in there. It's plenty. It's plenty for a specialty set of 100 and so cards. Again, think of like Celebrations, where everybody wanted to go and have a master set of Celebrations, but they can't have a master set of all these standard sets. But they can have a master set of Pokemon Go. It's not going to be as difficult. So think of all that stuff too, that people tend to forget. Standard sets are not meant to be master set pertainable per se. Collect and trade. That's what you're supposed to be doing with standard sets. For specialty sets, those should be very highly collectible and should be perfect things to stick in a binder. So that's obviously the marketing and the strategy that they're going with this stuff right now. So I think Pokemon Go is going to be great. It's going to be good for the game. It's going to be good for cross promotion for both those things, and I don't see it failing. And I don't think it's going to be a huge dumpster fire like people are all of a sudden, because we didn't have the brilliant, awesome looking, radiant big three, that it's going to be some big terrible thing. It's going to sell fine. It's going to do great. People are going to love that Radiant EV box, and it's going to sell like crazy. So yeah, it's going to do great.
Yeah, and I tend to agree. I think overall in this set, I think it's going to do really well over time. I think that this set will really perform well. People were really stuck on that Radiant, and I think that they got a taste in Astral Radiance that Radiant card was not designed to be a heavy hitter or a hard pull card.
Right.
I know a lot of people started complaining that, they're the same as Amazing Rares. You pull 2 per box. Well, it pretty much is a replacement for Amazing Rares, if you ask me. That's what it seems like they've done, is just brought in Amazing Rares into these Radiant Pokemon, and it's going to be in there quite often. But like you said, I think Pokemon is starting to realize that if they're going to do major sets like Brilliant Stars or Astral Radiance or those, they're not obtainable to complete master sets unless you want to spend $10,000 to do it. Their point is to try and make it playable. A lot of the cards in there that you find actually fairly regularly are actually very playable cards usually. I noticed that the ones that are actually used in the tournaments and stuff are easier to find. The alternate arts tend to be a little bit more difficult, but they're not necessary for play because you can do the exact same move with the standard V card. And those become your collector's points inside of those sets. Pokemon Go being such a small set, being 78 cards in the standard set plus secret rares, so what we're going to be, what'd you say, Mason, just over 100 cards probably in this set with secret rares?
Yeah, should be right at 100, I think.
So, I mean, that is very much a nice, obtainable number to actually be able to collect. And I think it's going to come down to the pull rates on it, but I don't see them make...
I think that's still a number where you're going to have to chase cards. It's going to be fun trying to, like Mason was talking, like trying to trade and get a hold, and I still need this one. Like I still got to buy some packs. I still got to try and find someone. I still got to try and find a deal on this one card I just haven't pulled yet. 100 is like a lot. You got to open a lot of packs, but it's like realistic if you have the time and the money to like do it.
It's a lot more realistic than 283 for Fusion Strike or 210 for Brilliant Stars. I mean, it's a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
That's the way the sets used to be even before when we actually did do master sets. You know, if you go back to the original WotC sets or even through, you know, the beginning of Pokemon USA taking over, they were smaller condensed sets where if you were trying to get a master set, it didn't take very much to do it. I remember we used to be able to get an actual master set of these cards of like Jungle, Fossil, and all those. 3 booster boxes. If you know, we used to have, 3-4 booster boxes at worst. I mean, it really wasn't that difficult to do it. And, a lot of people complain for Pokemon, they make these sets so big. But like Mason said, they're not meant to be collector sets. Mm-hmm. You're meant to buy, trade, and sell to try and get... It's a trading card game, guys. If you want a master set, you got extra versions of this, trade it for the version that you don't have.
They want you to keep buying packs. That is the goal. If they make everything super easy to pull, you're like, okay, I'm done. I don't need to buy anything else. Which is this is not the business plan that is going to work.
No.
My opinion in it is, I'm generally a pretty optimistic person, pretty opportunistic. I've said that on lives before. I'm a little concerned with the artwork, especially the big 3, where I don't feel any connection to them with Pokemon Go. Like I was expecting them to be like Pokemon Go themed artworks. So that was like kind of a unpleasant surprise for me. Not to sound like a negative Nancy, but like just a little disappointed on that. People are pretty hyped for the Mewtwo. Obviously, there's a pretty cool Mewtwo flying through the skyscrapers, doing his little floaty business. And Venusaur's got a lot of love. People in the chat are even saying it.
Yeah.
There's cool cards in there, but I mean, this ain't Celebrations. Like, to me, this is like nowhere near. When you talk about flashy, fun, like exciting pools, doesn't hold a candle to it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think people are gonna want to chase and try and collect it because it's a little bit more realistic. I think I resonate a lot with what Mason was saying too. Just in general, like people are gonna want to buy it and open it just because it's gonna be a fun set. People are still buying and opening Shining Fates. I just opened a Shining Fates this week. Like, it's still like after all this time, people still want that stuff. Like it's still there. So it's going to be one of those. It's interesting. I was buying Detective Pikachu, Japanese Detective Pikachu packs for $1.50, like a little over a year ago. $1.50 a piece from a guy on eBay. He have a ridiculous amount of them because he's still selling them now. The same guy is still selling the same packs at $9 a piece, and they're selling. So like people obviously carry on buying this stuff like for a long time. Like people are still going to be buying Pokemon Go in a couple of years. Like they're still going to want to be opening it, still full collecting it or whatever. Like it's not going to go away. So long term, I think it's going to be pretty consistent. When I'm looking at things I'm comparing it to, they're the kind of sets that I like. This isn't Evolving Skies, this isn't quite Celebration and stuff to me, but it's just one of those sets that people are going to want to collect. I think it's going to be fun. getting the big three and displaying them, they're gonna look nice together. Those three with them having similar artworks.
Yeah, I mean, there's
gonna look good.
And there is normal hollows in the set as well,
right,
Adam, that are really good. And I think all those arts are really good in the actual hollows for the big three. So, and there's people out there that are saying things like why is there a Conqueror V? I think it maybe was even like maybe retrospect to somebody that was talking about Conqueror and why he's in there. Conqueror is very viable in competitive Pokemon Go, so that's why he's in there. Again,
there you go.
Pokemon,
that makes sense.
I promise they know. I promise they know what they're doing. I promise it's all intentional. Like, let's give them some more credit, please.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they're huge, right? I mean, they don't have like Danny and Rob corner like helping shift this stuff. Like, this is a billion dollar franchise, like multi-billion dollars, absolutely massive. They took up, we joke, Mason, about fingers in pies. Pokemon has a finger in like every pie you can think of. You just search Pokemon on eBay, you can get anything from like a waffle iron to like socks to like a car. Like literally anything in the world, you can put a Pikachu on it and like Pokemon will brand it and like take that money. It's there, and that's part of like why it's a community. So many are appealed to it. You've talked before about plushes. Surely there's going to be some cute Pokemon Go plushes like this summer. Like surely they're going to do something like that. Those people may not buy a single card, but they're still gonna, with the Pokemon Go card release set being, this summer, they may do other things. Maybe there's a T-shirt or a house, other things that people collect. The reach that they have, they're genius. I mean, they're so very smart in how they do it, and I love it. I think it's impressive.
Professor Oak, when you finish your registry, you get like, the Mary Kay Cadillac. You're gonna get a Pikachu Cadillac straight from Pokemon.
Can you imagine? Josh the Green Shiz told me a joke. This is gonna make you laugh. Let me read this out real quick. I'm gonna stuff it up if I don't read it right. He goes, oh my gosh, where'd it go? What kind of car does a Pikachu drive? And I was like, electric. See what I did there? I was like, no, a Volkswagen. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, that there is actually a Volkswagen Beetle Pikachu car, right? They exist. There's several of them.
Yes.
It was made for a promotional thing. And somebody in Louisville actually owns one of the cars.
Licensed.
Yeah.
Like it's
drives it, like official, takes it to conventions and stuff. Yeah. They also did a Lugia PT Cruiser.
So there you have it.
That's worth. What do you think that Pikachu car's worth?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean,
way too much for the age of it now.
I would say hopefully at least 1.5 times what a regular Volkswagen Beetle is currently, since they don't make them anymore. But
you got me. I might do some searching on that.
He's Craiglisting right now after the live today.
Yeah. I mean, you can look it up. It's right there. I mean, it's just Pikachu, Volkswagen Beetle pops up.
I was not aware of
Wasn't that the 10-year anniversary, Mason, and they did 10 of them or something like that?
Oh, I don't remember.
I thought it was an anniversary deal, and they did 10 of them on a giveaway. I could be wrong. There was something with it. It was an anniversary, and I believe that there was 10 of them made.
Yeah, it's 2000 Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, it's 2000. I thought.
Yeah, I guess it may have been a movie promotion for the Pokemon 2000
it might have been a movie one, but I thought there was 10 of them made.
Oh, and yeah, it's the 10th anniversary. Yep, it is. So good call.
What is it?
It was the 10th anniversary.
Okay, yeah, it was the 10th anniversary, and there was 10 of them made for the 10th anniversary, and they were Pikachu.
Joe Breaking Nate owns one. Does he? Is that real?
No.
Really? No.
Somebody in the chat said, I don't know.
Maybe a toy one, a remote control one. DNA just asked. Wait, hang on. I gotta. Since when do you need D to play Pokemon Go? He just asked if we play Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. I still don't quite understand it. I've had it for a while, and I'm like level, like not high, but I do have like 25 Bulbasaurs from some event, and I was just like, oh, there's another Bulbasaur. I'm gonna catch it. Oh, a shiny Bulbasaur. Oh, another Bulbasaur. I was like, what's going on? Where's the literally Bulbasaurs everywhere?
You gotta trade that in and get that candy, man. You gotta take that shiny one and evolve it.
I guess so.
That's the big hitter right there.
Yeah, I got a bunch, so I got to figure that out.
So do you think on the Dittos, you think that they're going to do... Remember when Pokemon Go, I don't know if Mason or you guys were playing it then, but when they did the Ditto card in Pokemon, now they're doing it in Pokemon Go, are they going to do it on the original 6 Pokemon in Go that you could get the Ditto in? Remember there were 6 Pokemon that if you caught it would turn into a Ditto. You think that they're going to pull that maneuver in the Go set?
Oh.
I don't know.
I didn't think about that.
I was thinking about that, and there was I'm pretty sure it was 6. It was either 6 or 7, but there was at least 6 cards or Pokemon that you would catch, and they would turn into Dittos. And I was gonna take a look. I did get a chance. I was just thinking about that while I was messing around upstairs, and I was like, I gotta look into that because if
I have the set
6
up right now. There's not a Pidgey was one, right? There's not a Pidgey in the set. So
there's no Pidgey in this set. Okay.
No.
Well, so much for that idea. That would have been kind of cool if they would have.
I think it's the same.
That.
I think it's the same Pokemon underneath it every time, as far as I know. I'm not 100%. I don't know if that's been confirmed, but yeah. But still, a very cute idea. Again, nostalgic. Like they have Alolan Executor. Nobody cares about Alolan Executor, but everybody remembers it being in the game during the hype time because it was like the first different form because it was be on the screen and be all long necked and you'd be able to see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's definitely playing on the past 7 years of Pokemon Go. Has it been that long? That's terrifying to think about. But yeah, like it has significant cards from the history of Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's where I was just curious with this. Yeah, I was just curious. That was what I was curious is if they were going to pull that because that would have been awesome if they would have thought of that and had like the 6 original ones that you could have done it in a game and actually did that with the Ditto. That would have been pretty cool. There's 6 different cards you could pull it on, but
I think I was surprised. People were saying that they're not going to PSA isn't going to grade the sticker ones because of the thickness of them. Like before they're pulled off with the Ditto because it has the logo at the bottom, right? So you would know it's that, and inside it's a sticker one. Like I would want that graded. Like if there was a Pikachu with that, like duh, like that's awesome. Like why would you just want the Ditto underneath? So I don't know if I believe that or not, but I was surprised that people were saying that. Like surely it's not that thick that it won't fit in a PSA slab.
I don't know if it was so much that is. I could see there being issues over time with that sticker staying on. If it's that easy to peel off, typically what I've seen is with stickers like that, and I can see PSA's concern, is if you grade that, you put it in a slab, and over time, something peels inside the slab. How will it maintain that 9, 10 if it actually becomes damaged? Because
I got 20-plus-year-old stickers that still look brand new, not even in a slab. They just sat there.
50 years down the road, do you think that sticker's going to stay on there? I'm saying.
I mean,
you look at baseball cards. How many baseball cards are out there 50 years old? The 91
I guess I'd sell it.
Cards.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I guess my thing is I just have to be, I would be concerned as a grading company, what is the integrity of that sticker for the long term? You're going to put a 10 label on this and claim it's a 10 when you put it in that case. It has to maintain that level once it's in that case. And how long, there's no way as a grading company the integrity of that. That would be my reasoning why I wouldn't grade it. It's impossible to know.
Yeah, I didn't think about the adhesive kind of part of it.
To me, that's regular, simpler.
It should be regular cardstock underneath it, right? Like an actual Pokemon card. Right. I hope.
The one that Magic did recently, Magic did its same peel away thing here very recently, and it had a regular cardstock underneath it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's reassuring. Like that should help somewhat, you know, rather than like a normal sticker that would just have paper underneath just to like hold it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. I guess the precedent would be, do they grade that Magic card? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't check that. I remember you saying that a week or so ago, and I don't think I've ever seen one of those ever, no matter like one graded. I don't think I've actually looked that up yet. So maybe the chat could tell us.
I can look it up and see what it is called.
Well, like I said, that was the one direction I wanted to go with this. So if anybody in the live chat has anything, we can kind of work through questions. I know there's been a couple have gone by, but I just want to get people's feel, or these guys' perspective on the Pokemon Go. Like I said, I think it's going to be a fun set. I think they're doing a lot of things to really combine these two worlds. The only thing I have is it's weird that it's 8 years later, but like Mason said, I think someone at Pokemon International had the light bulb come on and realize that you've got all these different avenues in Pokemon and you've done nothing to merge them together. And now they're taking opportunities to bring these worlds together a little bit tighter to maybe capitalize on the growth that they've seen in the industry.
What's the big hitter in Go?
Mewtwo, alternate
Yeah,
art,
probably the.
You think
there's a gold version of the Mewtwo, I believe.
Yeah, I
I
actually like the gold version. Yeah. Is there going to be any other alt arts besides Mewtwo in the set, like Mason?
They say that the whole set has been spoiled, but I don't see pictures of any of the secrets.
I don't see any pictures of secrets, and I only see the alternate art for Mewtwo. I haven't seen any other alternate art, so are they still hiding some of the cards in here potentially?
I mean, this set comes out in Japan next weekend, so
we'll know then.
Yeah, we'll know then.
I'm hoping for a Gyarados. Come on, alternate art Gyarados in this set.
I thought we were. Hang on, I feel like I'm behind the times. I thought we were releasing the same day.
Japan gets it 2 weeks before we do.
Yes.
That wasn't previously said, was it?
I said that previously.
Is that recent? How previously? I feel like when we first talked about the set coming out, everything was going to come out at the same time.
I mean, 2 weeks is unheard of for Japan and English separations.
Usually it's 2 months plus.
Yeah, like they've had Dark Phantasma and we get it in August, and they had it back in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious, for the set to only have one alternate art right now with the way that they're doing. I understand it's a small set, but there's, I would think that you would think there'd be another alternate art besides Mewtwo inside of here. I just feel that there's something held back. There's still some, we don't know all the secret rares or anything like that. They're not just going to go with Mewtwo being the only V-Star in the set. There's going to be another V-Star character in this set, I would think. V-Star, alternate art, gold.
Didn't the full set get released today? I thought I saw PTCGO radio guy. I thought he did a video talking about the whole set.
Just the set released of the standard set. No secrets.
Oh, okay. So we might have.
There was an advertisement in Japan that showed, I believe, the gold alt art, like a commercial spot.
Yeah, I thought that was Dragonite.
That's how we know about that. Or it could have been Dragonite. I don't know. I don't remember.
I didn't realize that was Mewtwo too. Yeah, that's exciting. So there still could be some candy in the box. That sounds fun.
And yeah, like I said, the 2 weeks apart is super hype. Like keeps the emotions high for the thirst of the set. The thirst? I don't know about that. Okay, but just people are going to be talking about it at the same time, and it's going to be worldwide as opposed to just, hey, look, there's that really awesome alt art Gengar that we'll get in 3 months. Like, yeah.
No, I'm actually kind of excited it's close, because then you don't have that time for you to almost see all the Japanese coming through and seeing all these Japanese cards, the versions of it. And then by the time you get it, you're like, I've already seen this for the last 3 months, so I guess, I'll get it when I get it. It's not a big deal.
What was the time difference with base set?
4
years.
Years. 3 years.
It was a long time.
I knew it was more than a year, but
96 to 99, I think, so 3 years.
Yep.
So we've gone from 3 years to 2 weeks. I mean, that's like, obviously there's been a lot of sets, but they've definitely changed a lot of their approach. Like, is what I'm saying. Like,
I hope they continue. Like, I would love to see this from now on. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen.
I'd love to see a same day release. I mean, why not do an international release of these sets? I know what they like to give Japan though.
I only want that if it's the same set, and they don't do the same sets. Like, they make some muddle. Like, everything's muddy. Like, with what's going on.
Yeah.
If it was the same set, I would absolutely say that, because I'd like to see the cards when they get released for them. But it's kind of like leaving you. It's little tease, like leaving you on tenterhooks, right? Like, is the Pikachu going to be in this next one? Is this promo going to come with this next set? Is this going to happen? Like, we're still waiting on special delivery Charizard. That's now become a elf on the shelf somewhere. Like, there's still like these little teasers that they're doing, because they know they're going to do something at some point with some of these things. Oh, it's not in this set. Maybe it'll be in the next one. Maybe
it'll be a special delivery greetant instead.
I that's perfect. I glanced at it when who was it that
my mod? I'm not a mod.
Put it on YouTube earlier. Someone put it on YouTube earlier, and I glanced at it real quick, but I didn't really look. Oh, there is some cute cards in here. I want the Pikachu carrying the present.
Yeah, 1 out of 10. How do you rate the 2 Pikachus?
The walking one and the hat one.
Yeah.
I would say 8 for walking and 9 for hat.
You like hat better than the walking one?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It's so cute. But I like the present one. I think it's a strong 9 for me.
Okay.
Where he's got like the little gift thing on his head or his back, whatever it was. The promo one, it comes in a 10.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good hollows in this set. I think the hollows look really good.
Yeah, I like the energies, actually. I think the
energies were needed, because hollow energies, like budget hollow energies, are good.
Yeah.
Those are shiny. They're going to be hollow.
Yeah, you can tell. They look flashy. They look fun.
Like the Snorlax hollow, where he's blocking the front of the house. Like, that's cute. Like, there's just like a bunch of it's just cute art. I like it.
Is that Chansey with the eyes closed? I don't have my glasses on. You guys didn't know I wore glasses, did you? Through all these videos without being able to see anything.
Yeah,
I know you're trying to. I know you want me to make you a mod here, but let me.
I was gonna so I could just link it in the.
If I pause on the live, we will be back. I promise.
Uh-oh. I don't want to
melt on my computer.
No, I don't want to cause ripples. I mean, Oak is a mod. He could do it. He could just do it right now.
I was gonna say.
What do I need to do?
Just put the link in the live chat.
Shoot.
So people can see wrong.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Yeah, you're.
Oak's
mod. I'll make you a mod for next time.
All right.
Because my computer is like decrepit in computer age, and I really need to update this, and I might melt it down.
It's fine.
It'll die horribly. Yes, Pokemon DNA. That was my fault. It's all fixed now.
Hopefully, it'll buff. We'll buff back out.
It'll buff back out. We're okay. I said I bought a computer that I bought for my business, and I never planned on doing YouTube when I bought this computer. And this poor computer has just been beat to death. The processor is like maxed out every time I look at it. It's just like running OBS or all this stuff. It's just like, nope, I'm dead.
It looks clear. Yeah. I think you're good. I think you're doing better than you think.
Oh, it cleared up. I mean, it's just, if I try and open another window, no, I can't. I got to even have, like, I'm doing box breaks or giveaways, I got to have it on a side tablet that's like hooked up to or on its own circuit, or it just will fry.
Whew.
This is my next goal, is to get a new computer.
Yeah, that's a big game changer just for speed and efficiency alone. I mean, peace of mind and that side of stuff. I got to tell you, Mason, I'm like actually looking at these now, and I think I like the commons more than the rares. I think the artworks are really cute.
There's some cutie boys in there for sure.
Are these all hollow? What's going on with that Lapras with the colors?
Some of them will be hollow. I think, like the Gyarados, Lapras.
It is hollow, yeah. I worked out how to make it bigger.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's Pokemon Go. I don't want to like beat it to death, but it'll be good.
And like you say, we've still got some more stuff to see. So,
and then before you know it, it's going to be July 1st, and we'll all be buying it. So,
yeah.
If we have any money left after gas crosses $6 a gallon for 4th of July, small problems. Small problems in life. So we got people wanting us to.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to talk about the Peelable card in Magic. It's from a special layer, or I'm sorry, a secret layer. It's a plains. It's just like the white, like in Magic, and it's a golf course. And then you can peel away the front of the plains, and it says "Golf sucks," and it's like with the golf course on fire in the background. So it says "Golf sucks now and has always sucked." That's the title of the card, and it's a reprint. It's a Battle Forge is the card, but it's mimicking, but it's a golf course on fire. But yeah, it's just a goofy card.
It's just one card that they did it with?
They just did the one. Yep.
Because this one, they made it sound like the concept I heard was that it was going to be like a few random ones, like not one particular one.
I mean, that'd be really cute, but I don't think they will. Personally,
I think it'll be one.
I think they're just going to do the one. I think it was the one they showed.
Video.
Yeah, they could. They could do with all of them. I don't care. Like, that'd be awesome. But that's just logistically, that'd be very difficult, I think.
I think it would be a lot more fun if it was just any.
I mean, same.
Any of them.
That'd be awesome.
If it was any of the cards, just as long as it isn't anything in the secret rare. Because how much would that suck? You get the alternate art Mewtwo and you see the little Ditto symbol on the bottom. No. That might make some people angry really quick. It makes for some funny videos.
Definitely.
Someone getting a Mewtwo alternate art or the gold card and it's got the little Ditto symbol on the bottom of it.
Yeah, I mean, clearly this is a highly experimental set for Pokemon. They're trying a lot of different things. They're doing a lot of different stuff, and this is where you want to see it in these specialty sets because it's relatively low risk because this set is going to sell regardless. So you might as well just do whatever you want to, and if some things fail and flop, then it's okay because it's Pokemon Go. People are still going to buy it. Doing these weird experimental things in a standard set would be a little more risky. You could really tank an entire set. I'm glad to see them trying things new here as opposed to like in the next standard set where things go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
And the next standard set, I don't know if you guys saw it. It's the name of it has been spoiled.
I didn't.
It's also on Poke Beach.
Lost Origin.
To what? What are you ASMRing?
It's Lost Origin.
Correct. And Giratina is the big poster child for it. So it's very cool.
Scary looking Pokemon.
Yeah. That's gonna be insane. Another banger August set, just like Evolving Skies.
I think it's the trainer gallery is going to be huge. I think they've been building it up one by one and adding amazing trainer gallery cards. I think this one is just going to be the biggest of all time. I think it's just going to be ridiculous.
Well, they have to. We gotta get them out there. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, the August set is pretty much going to be everything remaining in Sword and Shield that we didn't get from Japan yet into that set. So we're going to see a lot. That might be another one like Fusion Strike, a monster cleanup set. pushed into there because
that's going to be.
We're still missing.
Well, again, it's the August set, so it's going to be if they do it like they Overlay has, Worlds is the first event that set would be legal, and they love to do stuff like that, and it makes sense because Japan's already had the cards, and English is getting the cards in that set. So in order for the Worlds format to be the same, where everybody has all the same card pool,
they have to get them.
They have to be put in the same set.
Correct.
So that's why
that'll come out right before Worlds, and we're gonna see a pile of everything into that set.
Yep. Because we have to catch up.
All your missing trainer gallery cards, probably all your missing playable cards that have been lingering behind, like Fusion Strike. They usually have a cleanup set somewhere soon. Usually once a year, I've always remembered. They usually have a cleanup set. Like even Cosmic Eclipse was kind of a cleanup set, being the last set of its term, and then they kind of just took everything in. That's why them sets get so big. That's why Fusion Strike got so big, is it was all those remaining cards from Chilling Reign, Battle Styles, Evolving Skies, all just jammed into this one massive set.
Which I like. People talk bad about Fusion Strike. I like that. I like that there was like variation and like randomness. Like there wasn't much set identity, which I've heard people talk about, recently on YouTube videos. And like, why do you need a set identity? Like, what does it matter if the card came out in March or came out in November? Like, in which set it came out? If you like the card and it's awesome and you want to collect it, I don't know why people hold on to the set identity thing. Like, what that really means. Like, what is that?
I mean, I do think it's nice that if we have a theme, like if it's a dark type theme, that we should all have the dark types in their own set together. That makes cohesively. So that's not a word.
So no grass types.
Well, that would be featured in the set. So in Japan, they'll do specialty sets, which is their, what do they call them? High class or whatever it is.
Yeah, high class. I think.
That has all the goodies, like we have in our specialty sets, and then they have every 6 to 8 weeks they'll have a just regular old standard set that has around 100-ish cards, and they just puke out all the stuff that looks very similar cosmetically, and there's like a theme. So it's just, when you go to collect them, to have a binder, and all of your binders have all the same types of theming, like Chilling Reign had snow theming in it.
Yeah.
So to have stuff like that, where it's nice to have it all together in the same set like that.
And the name matched, obviously, like Chilling Reign. That did have a strong identity, like for me. But then we had like birds up a mountain that like had absolutely nothing to do with it. Like there is always random cards thrown in there anyway.
Yes.
There's like fun little bonuses. And that's why
English,
I'm like,
it's like that, yeah.
Well, like clearly, like people didn't not want that card because it was in Chilling Reign. Like that doesn't match with the snow identity that I like with that. It's just like the card. There's a road runner like running up the side of the mountain. Like it looks cool. It's awesome. So for me, I think just like on the collector side of stuff, I'm just a lot more like it's cool, whatever. Like I just like it. Like I'm not too worried about that stuff. But like you say, obviously people are. Like people do.
Well, it's just
want that.
It just makes it feel like a more polished product. When there's just not a bunch of random things thrown together. Like Fusion Strike had an awesome like cityscape theme, but then it had a bunch of BS that they had to throw in there from like the family sets for that were absolutely booty GXs, or I guess they're Vs and VMAXs, and it's all just filler that we got for no real reason, and it diluted the card pool so bad that people hate opening Fusion Strike.
Yep. Another example that I would use too is this is for me from playing Pokemon, is I wanted a single strike deck. Now, if I bought Japan, I could buy single strike booster boxes to get a single strike deck. I didn't want Rapid Strike.
That's true. Yeah.
It wasn't my style. I wanted the single strike. So Japan, you bought either rapid strike or single strike, and you could build your deck based on that and pull the rares or reduce the amount of single rares or secret rares and ultra rares and everything in our version down to just the single strike versions of those cards. So you could be more specific on, especially when you're playing the tournaments, you can be very specific on what you're trying to pull if you're trying to pull your deck or get most of your deck pulled at the beginning when they first come out. So there's Eevee Heroes. I mean, I like Eevee and I like Evolutions. I don't necessarily like Rayquaza and Dragons. They're not, my favorite type of Pokemon. Mine are Evolutions. In Japan, I could go for Eevee Heroes and get specifically for those cards and skip Dialga and, Rayquaza and all those and get rid of all that section and just focus on what I'm looking for.
Are you saying that Japan is doing it the right way?
Yes.
Yes. Very much so.
Yes.
Because I agree if that's what you're saying. I like how they do it. I like the cards in there. I like everything about it. I also like sometimes there's 5 cards in the pack. I like some they throw things up a little bit. There's different size booster boxes, depending on what it is. I think they're fun. I've had a lot of fun opening Japanese packs, and I've had a lot better luck. I don't know if that's me or if it's just generally set up that way, but I almost always pull something really cool when I open Japanese. And I've been ripping a lot of English packs lately and haven't pulled much cool. It hasn't been as fun. So
and
maybe biased, I don't know.
And just think of $140 for a booster box is pretty cost prohibitive for a lot of people. But what if booster boxes were only $70?
Game changer.
That's far more reasonable for a lot of people.
Kill ETBs. Kill the bidon. I really genuinely believe that.
Yeah, that's probably a big opponent to not to do it in English is probably because ETBs would be a hard sell then.
Yeah. I mean, obviously collectors, but not for players and rippers, people opening. I can't imagine anyone buying that if you have the opportunity to buy a box of just cards at a realistic price point.
Yeah, English version of the idea behind the English booster box is for LGSs and stores to sell them and have price support enough to where you don't have just to open 4 boxes to give out pricing for your events that you run. That's why 36 packs exist. Otherwise, they would just do it with whatever the 18 or 20. How many do Japanese boxes have? I don't even know, but
20 or 30.
It's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
20. There's some 30 and there's some 10, depending on which.
Yeah.
Class is 10 packs per box.
Yeah, some 20. Some they're that's the thing. Even 30 packs, they knock it down to 5 card a pack. So it's still realistic price point. It's still not $150, $140 or whatever.
Sure.
I like that. Japan's got a lot.
Did we sell you on it? Are you good?
I love it.
Okay. All right.
I've been buying.
Someone's starting a buy account tonight.
This boy here is full of Japanese cards. I love it. I think it's great. But the other thing too is they have a lot more fun with promos. Japan has so many crazy, wacky promos that are outside of blisters and outside of this or that. I really don't want to do a spoiler for one of the cards I just bought, but they do cards for specific things that people are doing, even events or stuff going on. I feel like there's much less of that, and I think that's part of why the futsal Pikachu and Pokemon on the ball stuff are done so well, because that's not common to do weird wacky off the wall stuff outside of the normal products. Japan does a lot of that stuff. I love that. They do put a lot of effort in. A lot of effort.
Yeah.
I don't want to just like read the headlines of the day and just have that be our chat. And I don't know, Andy, if you have like a format that you're wanting to follow, or if we're just freeballing here.
At this point, it's just freeballing.
It's out the window. It's out the window already. So.
We're just letting the wind fly, my friend. You got something in the chat. You got headlines. Whatever.
You know, well, the latest on Poke Beach was that Pokemon announced that they sold a record 9.1 billion cards last year. 9.1 billion with a B.
With a B. Oh.
Didn't they say in 2020 it was 3 billion? Was it 2.0 or 3?
I don't remember.
I thought it was 5 billion in 2020.
That is
either way. I mean, that's huge growth. Wow, I didn't know that.
That is 900 million booster packs sold, if that's the case. Give you a little thought about how much product is being sold and opened in just a year. 900 million booster packs. Correct? Is that math correct? If there's 10 cards in a pack?
Provided there's 10 cards.
That's a lot. It's a lot of zeros. So that's off the top of my head. So.
But you got promos and stuff, so I would imagine it.
Sure.
Averages out to about that, probably. Yeah, fairly close. Well, yeah. Wow. I can see why they needed a printing company. Like, that makes sense.
So that's 25 million booster boxes sold.
And that is
and
just
how many sets were there in? There was 4.
Well, there have been
Shiny Fates?
6 with Shiny Fates with celebrations, and then the 4 standard sets.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So just to give you an idea, that's 4 million booster boxes per set, average. And you know some are more than others.
Correct. So that gives us lots of perspective to work with of just how crazy things are. Oh, well, they break it down too in this article, but.
Oh, do they?
43.2 billion Pokemon cards have been produced worldwide as of March of 2022 total. Like from the beginning of time.
From the beginning. Is that from Wizards of the Coast time too?
Billion. It just says worldwide.
Period. Okay.
Hang on, what was the first number? You said 10 billion or 11 billion?
9.1.
So almost
a quarter of the 25 years of Pokemon cards were sold in the last year. Correct.
Wow. If you have 21 ATBs, you need to think about what you're going to do with this stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Wow. We need to open and play with this stuff.
Yeah. That's so that's something to just think about.
Yeah, how many trees were destroyed?
I don't even know what to say to that. That's crazy. Holy moly. And there's people that believe they can do a buyout of cards.
Kind of makes you think that Umbreon VMAX Alt Art is a little less special, huh? When there's 9.1
My question
billion.
is, Mason,
yeah.
How many baseball cards were produced in that time frame?
That's a good
Sports
question.
Cards.
Sure. That's I don't know if that would be tabulated, but yeah.
I don't know if it was or not, but you think about how many, Pokemon was big in 2020, 2021. But just imagine what that sports card market did in the same time period. How much more product that they have with how many releases they have of everything between baseball, football, basketball, hockey. I mean, holy crap. They're probably producing 10 times that.
Yeah, if you put them all together, I'm sure. It's got to be close.
Yeah, I mean, Jeez. Just think how much cardboard that is in 1 year. Then they wonder why there was a shortage.
It's insane. Oh my god.
So, Professor Oak, there was a request that we open our Oreos on and do an Oreo off.
No, he was definitely kidding. DNA, stop. We were definitely kidding about that. Did you open yours? Is yours still sealed?
Mine's still sealed.
Yeah, I only bought one, and then I went to buy another to like see if I could pull the Mew, and they were sold out. They were gone. Like literally couldn't find one in the whole county. Like everyone went crazy for them.
I laughed because we bought them. And I didn't think anything of it, because Jacob and kids like Pokemon too. So we went and bought a couple packs of them. And that was like right when they came out, like the first day. And here's me, like kids open it up and we're just looking at the Pokemon on the back. And one of my kids ate a Mew. Didn't even think about it. Didn't think it was going to be worth any money if people would actually be chasing a Mew Oreo cookie.
I saw a fake sold, like he must have got his friend to bid on it or something. I saw a fake sold for like $9,000.
Oh yeah,
why even go to that effort and do that? That's so weird.
When they first came out, there were consistent sales on eBay of these things for different people buying them. I've got a golf ball set.
I got a Pokeball golf ball the other day.
Is that official? That's an official thing?
No, it's like Florida fake. It was.
What does that mean? Florida fake. What does that mean?
You guys know how crazy Florida is. We went to
What is?
We went to like one of the mini golf places where there's like gators and like you like have like a Bud Light while you feed gators and play mini golf. Like it's like crazy Florida stuff.
I look up Florida fake and it just is how to spot a fake Florida ID.
This was the only Pokemon golf ball.
Sorry.
So, Florida fake. And then this is, I haven't showed anyone yet this. I've had it on display. I don't know if anyone can see it, but it was, my wife got it me for Valentine's and it's Eevee and it says, I choose you.
Oh,
so
isn't that cute?
I love it. First gold slab card. What do we call it? I need that Celebrations Pikachu. That's what I need. Not fake Florida golf.
Oh, the gold one.
You don't have a gold one?
No, not the gold Pikachu. I need it.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
I need it. I've been resisting.
I'm surprised you didn't buy them when they were $35 and buy like a truckload of them.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing that in there. I appreciate it.
Look,
I appreciate that.
I just thought that'd have been a done deal, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I was the idiot thinking there was actually maybe going to be a little bit of a reprint. Like I thought there was going to be another wave of those.
There was.
Yeah.
The third wave was 4 boxes or 4 units for me.
Yeah.
How many I got?
Not a real one.
Australia just got more. How did they get a whole section of them? Oops.
They've probably been on the boat since then.
I was gonna say stuck on the boat.
On the boat.
Stuck in the boat, floating in the Pacific with all the rest of them. Yeah, they just got a bunch of them UPCs over there. What do you think are the chances of a reprint, Mason?
0.
0? Don't think she's happening?
I mean, if MJ Holding has some, they might hit shelves. I doubt that they would, because those are really nice bargaining chips to buy bulk with from these bulk suppliers. They would love to trade you some UPCs that they paid probably $70 for your bulk that you value at $350 a unit. So that's what MJ Holding is doing. I haven't done a video about the breakdown of how that all works, but I have one, and it's gonna be a good one. I've talked to quite a few people in the bulk scene, and it's freaking insane.
Okay, so what bulk are they chasing? Is it just general bulk, or are they always after like the hollows or non?
MJ Holding will make these little random things, random cubes that they put in the Walmarts, and they just have a bunch of bulk in there, and they sell them for like $20 or $30 or however much, and they'll throw like a pack, and then they'll put it V or V Max on the side of it and make people want to buy it, and they make like a million of those. So they need all that bulk to fill those little things with, and they're buying bulk at like probably like, I don't even know, but let's just say it's 5 cents for a common and uncommon.
Okay.
Hypothetical. I don't know. But if I'm buying it for 2, that means the middleman that is selling to them is probably paying 3, and then they turn around and ship it off to MJ Holding and make the 5 cents on it. So multiply that by 10 million cards, that's worth it. So
scale, right? It's the scale of it, yeah.
And they need all those things to make all these cubes with. Same thing with like their little, like they just had a blind box of like 3-pack blisters of just like, oh, you could get 1 out of 10 has a old pack in it. They're packing them full of Chilling Reign and Battle Styles packs, and you're paying $20, and you're paying $20 for that, and it'll equal out against the other crap they have probably in abundance that they throw in there that think it's a good hit if you get a freaking Phantom Forces pack in there or something silly and you go woohoo, that they probably have been sitting on for the past 10 years anyways. They don't care. It's guys, it's all insane.
Absolutely. Well, it's like everybody was all excited because they were pulling Shining Fates out of some of them boxes. Like an older set pack, they were getting Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, and then the one box had every once in a while would have a Shining Fates.
Yep.
And everybody was like, "Yeah, we're getting Shining Fates." It's like right now, Shining Fates is like $3 a pack.
Exactly.
There's Shining Fates everywhere. I mean, we're literally swimming in it. Did they have another reprint of that, Mason, just recently?
It may have been direct to MJ Holding or those companies because I didn't get any.
Okay. Well, I was just curious because Walmart.
I didn't see any, and I didn't get any.
My Walmart's got like 40 of them, and each one of them around here. I could literally pick up 80 boxes or 80 ETBs right now, and then within an hour drive of my place, they're just sitting in all of them. GameStop's buried in them. Yeah. They got a whole bottom shelf just buried in these things,
and they get them from the same distributors. Well, from the same channels that your Walmarts and Targets do. So
okay,
yeah,
I didn't know if they did or not because I know theirs comes in differently because MJ Holding here has a special woman that comes out to each one of our Walmarts, and that I'm sure section is hers.
Yeah, I'm sure GameStop has like their own department of MJ Holding, like they do. But
probably,
yeah.
I've seen more Shining Fates than I know you were talking about boxes sitting there, Mason, of Battle Styles and stuff, but in most of the stores here, I've seen Shining Fates far more than any other, especially, I mean, ETB, obviously, like Green looking at ETBs, far more Shining Fates than anything else the past year.
Yeah.
So many. It's crazy.
Right now in our stores, I can get Shining Fates. These are ETBs. They're Shining Fates.
Yeah.
Brilliant Stars. Fusion Strike.
Yeah.
Astral Radiance. Quite a few of those still left. Vivid Voltage and Darkness
Ablaze. Yeah.
Sword and Shield base set. I could literally get all those. The only ones I can't get are Rebels Clash, Evolving Skies, and Celebration. Oh, and Battle Styles. There's no Battle Styles ones.
Why is Rebel Clash over $100 for an ETB right now? Like
because they never got a reprint. They're the only ETB that didn't get a reprint in Sword and Shield era, the original sets. Rarity.
And how often is it selling as well?
Not very often.
Well, there you go. Prices can't move. Prices can't move if there's not any sales.
Yeah, because I've been watching it, because that's one I'm missing from my collection, because when it came out, I did the whole, like I did with Sword and Shield. Well, I got time. There's no reason to go spend my money to get that ETB right now. And then, of course, October happened, and everything that I had been watching on the store shelves disappeared in, like, 2 hours.
That Rebel Clash sitting right there. It's the worst ETB that was ever been made.
Oh, it's ugly.
Kaparaja is the Pokemon you put on there? Really? That's what you went with?
You've been better off putting Giovanni from Boss's Orders on that on that ETB.
It stands out being yellow. Like, I'll give it that. Like, it does stand out, but like that's it. That's all it's got going for it. The fact that it's yellow.
It's just.
I was still disappointed with the Brilliant Stars ETBs, the Pokemon Center ones.
No.
The actual store-bought ones were so much nicer and flashier than the Pokemon Center one. The black, just the plain yellow one that they sent, and then you get those regular ETB, and it's like the holofoil gold on it. That was one of them. I was kind of really disappointed with the PC version of that one.
Yeah. I thought the ETB for Astral Radiance was better than the PC one, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the black outline of the... I hate that we don't get the metal damage counters. That sucks. Those are the actual things I would want out of those, but it's whatever.
Yeah. They still put I didn't even look at Astral Radiance. Did they put the deck box in that one?
They come with deck boxes?
Yeah, the Brilliant Stars.
The PC ones still?
Yeah. Ever since Celebrations, they all come with deck boxes now.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I guess did Fusion Strike. I know the Pokemon Center exclusive one does have a deck box. Brilliant Stars, I know for sure does. I don't know, I guess, if Astral Radiance or Fusion Strike do. I didn't pay attention. But I'm assuming if they've done it since Celebrations and Brilliant Stars, it's probably in Fusion Strike and Astral Radiance, I would think. Oh. Oak's tapping.
Can you hear me when I type?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
I'm sorry. DNA is asking which one is the white and there's like 4 different dark blues. I don't know which dark blues to talking about. Maybe Sun and Moon base. You're talking about these opened ones that I just ripped the past week. Or you're talking about the sealed ones I have a few left of. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I got that Rebel Clash one from Old School Pokemon from Nick, and I remember feeling like I think I paid 70, and I remember feeling like a little bit dumb. Like I felt like, why am I paying $70 for Rebel Clash ETB? Like, what am I doing? But I want it for my collection. I want to get everything. And now it's $100, and I'm like, what are people doing? Why are people buying Rebel Clash ETBs for $100?
That box is $100 right now?
$105. Yeah. I saw one sell the other day. $105 for Rebel Clash. I think it's only got 8 packs in it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that was
of a $3 pack.
Yeah, that was right at shutdown. So I remember getting those in. I was like, oh my god, I have all these, and I have nowhere to sell them.
Oh yeah.
Little did I know.
Scary.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I don't have any more, so what does that tell you?
Well, when they came out,
I didn't get 70 a piece for them. I definitely wasn't selling for that, but
that came out, and Sword and Shield base set came out, and it was just like every other Pokemon product. Even back when October happened, I was watching the Cosmic Eclipse was sitting there, Unified Minds, all these were sitting in Walmart shelves forever. I just kept walking by them because it's like, there's no rush. There's plenty of them in stock. Why spend the money on this when I could be working on singles or working on selling stuff? And then all this thing happened. I went, by the time it clicked in my head that maybe I should go look for them, the whole shelf was just gone. I mean, literally everything was gone. It's like, well, that sucks. Because now I sit there and look at a Cosmic Eclipse ETB and go, huh, I looked at them for 6 months sitting on the shelf and didn't think anything of it. Now they're going for what, 100 or was it 300 or something, or 200 and something for them things? It was some stupid number when I looked at them for the Cosmic Eclipse ETB. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I'm like,
beautiful
seriously?
Set.
It is, but I can't see paying that much for.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not worth it.
Packs.
But I'm just saying it's a fantastic set. Like even when it released, I was like, man, this is like the pinnacle. And then here we are, bummed out that Trainer Gallery doesn't have a Charizard in it. It's just like, we are so spoiled. It's just like, what are we? What a difference 2 years makes,
You'd think of this last set for Sword and Shield, though. What's left over for that Trainer Gallery? What we're potentially looking at in that set. I mean, what are they going to do with all those gold cards, Mason? Are they going to do specialty boxes with all of them?
Probably.
Because they've only done 2 on every set. I can't imagine they're going to stick the last, 20 6 in one set?
Well, so whether or not we get an alternate art is going to depend on its set rotation. Hypothetically, this is all hypothetical, so nobody pin me down like Oak did earlier, saying that I said that Pokemon Go is going to release at the same time here, and it's not the case. But things like the Charizard with Leon on it, we should definitely get because it's still going to be standard legal for another year. It's not necessarily going to be the case for a lot of these other things, like the lady that we never got. That's like it's like $150 in Japanese. It's ridiculous.
I love that card.
And it's selling. It's selling for that right now. I have one on eBay, or it's going to list on eBay because, like, it's crazy. Like, but there's a lot of those cards in that mid era. Again, there's tons of cards from like the tag team era that we never got in English. So at a certain point, you're just gonna be like, man, we just aren't ever gonna get these. They're just never gonna happen. So, and it's always been that way. But you know, I would think with something like an alt art of a Charizard, or a trainer gallery of a Charizard, we should get. I don't know where they're gonna put it, but we have to.
Well,
right? We have to get a Charizard. We would never not get a Charizard.
I was gonna say, there's no way that they're not gonna put a Charizard out on the English market. There's just, and the same thing with the Pikachus. I mean, you know that the Pikachus have got to come out in the English market. As popular as that Pokemon is,
we didn't get an Illustrator Charizard.
True.
So there goes that theory.
Yeah.
But
there's so many good Japanese Pikachus.
Of course. Like, I'm surprised you don't have the Pokemon Center collection going. Do you have any? The costume Pikachus? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna say that.
Whenever they release or open up a new Pokemon Center, they have a costume Pikachu be the promo.
I'm doing a video next week.
Okay. Well, I'm just you acted like you didn't know what I was talking about. I was like,
I'm trying to think what to say.
Maybe he genuinely doesn't know. Okay, so you have knowledge of them. Okay.
Okay, we'll leave it at that for you.
I didn't want to like open up that can of worms on you if you didn't know what it was.
I got 2 sets of sleeves in this ETB.
A Genesect?
What?
What's that from?
Fusion Strike?
That's Fusion Strike.
Where did I get 2?
I didn't realize they did Genesect inside. Is that the Pokemon Center one?
Yeah, maybe that's
it. Okay. Do you have a deck box?
I just opened up the box. I'm trying to see if there's a deck box.
He's like, Mason, chill. Calm the fuck down.
I'm digging. I'm digging.
I don't see a deck box.
Well,
I hope he didn't rip that open to find out for us. That's a sweet coin. I loved it. I actually picked that coin up at my LGS for 5 cents.
5 cents?
Yeah, for a little.
Why even
coin.
Sell it for 5 cents, man? What?
I don't know. It was just sitting there, a little trinket. There had a bin of all the different coins.
That's insane.
I saw it and I'm like, wow, I want one of these. I didn't want to open my PC to get it. It's a cool coin. So,
would you have paid 50 cents for it?
I probably would have even paid $1 for it.
Oh, easy.
I think easily for that Mew coin. That's a sweet
giving away money over there. I can't believe it.
I know.
I know.
Absolutely would have. I got a huge coin. You guys probably don't see it.
It's beautiful.
Down the middle. It's pretty though.
I love that coin. That's a really cool looking Mew coin.
Did you get your dice set in there?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
You don't care about any of that stuff.
He's like,
yeah,
the rest
I
of
do.
Us, just
I got a box full of them.
But those are plastic, right? Those are not metal.
They're not the metal. No. I think that was also a Pokemon. Wasn't that a Pokemon Center exclusive?
That's what he's opening.
Celebrations.
He's opening that.
Yeah, it's a different color though.
Yeah, but the Celebrations one, I think, had the metal one.
I thought did this last set have one? Metal dice in it? Now I gotta look. So. Now I'm just. Here goes my keyboard.
Nothing. Okay, great start.
Nothing. Yeah. The Astro Radiance ETB has metal coins in it. Has metal dice counters.
I just sold mine. So
The numeric ones. Yeah, I don't like their ETB as much as the regular one, personally.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the Pokemon Center one.
It's just it's all just look like there's nothing.
Smeagol.
Smeagol's cute.
Nope, Astral Radiance doesn't have a deck box in it either.
Nope. Is this what we've evolved into is product reviews?
This is already open.
Oh, you got geez, there's gonna be a crimped one.
Oh.
Crypt card.
Or an Amazon employee went crazy on your box.
Well, it's Pokemon
like
Centers.
Open the whole way.
Pokemon Center is fulfilled by some Amazon fulfillment.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Certain places.
Well, I know, but the exclusive box?
Yes, Oak. Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My Amazon packages and my Pokemon Center packages come from the same place. It's literally the same address.
I knew some of them did. I knew some of their regular items, but I didn't know their Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs did.
Well, I've never ordered those, so that may not be the case. You may be right.
They do a crimp the rare? Come on, it's a.
What are you doing?
It's
the all rares. What
ultimate art that's
you can't just
crimped.
make this face and
not
show us.
Show us.
7, 8, 9, 10. You know, this is very odd. You know what they did is they gave me
2 alternate arts.
They gave me Trainer Dancer instead of a code card.
What? What do you mean?
There's a trainer instead of the code card at the back, and it was open.
All right, resealed. Everybody in the chat. In the chat. If you think it's resealed,
they're calling them out.
If it's a reseal, press 1 in the chat. Let Oak know.
Yeah, put it
contact Pokemon Center.
If then cool. This one's open too.
Ah, see.
Oh, did you buy that? Did you buy that from the secondary?
What's going on?
Wow.
Oh, it's cut off.
What is happening?
What? It's my first error box. Okay, this is a little silly. What the heck?
Was this a primer? Did you buy this secondary market or did you buy it right from Pokemon Center?
Pokemon Center, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what's even weirder is the code card is completely intact, and it's the old.
Well, it's the top of the other one. Yeah, there you go.
That's the top.
It's the old pack that they were doing before this pack. They like put the. I don't know. Good at that crap. I'm doing like mirroring thing.
Look, 9.1 billion cards. They're cranking them out.
Yeah.
What's 1? Why are they all saying 1? What did I miss?
You missed it.
Because I told them to put a 1 in the chat if you think it's resealed.
Definitely something wacky.
Yeah, you bought it from Mason.
I'm so confused right now.
Aren't you glad you opened this? This is a lot of fun.
I know. I'm having fun.
I was gonna say, I'm just sitting there watching them open this thing, seeing the disaster unfold.
Okay,
this is cool.
The first
Not
one
me
was
for once.
The first one was the top, and that one was the bottom. The other ones look okay, but this one is cut like shorter than the other one. So let's open that one. Something wacky going on. No code card.
No code card again? What?
What
is happening?
You have 10 cards with no code card?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So you got an extra.
I got a Lucario. Wow. That's good, I guess.
Okay, well.
I don't know. I'm so confused. That's so odd.
Me too. I've
never had that.
Yeah. This is cool. This is entertainment right here. You're bringing it for us there, Professor Oak.
I feel like Rattle's gonna like attack me and think that I'm doing something dodgy. I'm not. I swear. Rattle, I swear, I did not plan any crazy shizzle going on here. Electricity.
I'm sure you're gonna get us on a Rattle Pokemon video next week.
Exciting.
Trying to get some subs, I guess. I don't know. That's odd.
Hey, Hey Mason, question for you.
Yeah, yep.
What do you feel about Leon Hart's Pokemon Go box?
I haven't watched that video. I haven't watched it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I
didn't know if you'd seen that one or not.
Yo, let's go!
Oh!
It is
Not the alt, but it's close.
It is a good pull.
still good.
And this one has the code card. This double whammy.
See, back to normal. Back to normal.
That's the best one, right? Is that the best
No,
one?
there's another.
No, that's the regular.
The alt art is. I mean, it looks
Yeah.
very similar, but it's like cartoony.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
sticking actual stuff in. Yeah.
Yeah, he's eating the world, or eating the landscape.
That's what I thought it was when I first saw it. I had too much bourbon.
See, now we're getting the chat all flustered because we're opening Pokemon
I know.
cards. They want to know about the market.
I'm sorry.
Look,
Two more packs. Hang on.
enjoying the hobby. We apologize for having fun.
Okay,
I know.
that was a BS pack. You don't want.
You really want me to talk about freaking print runs again? I guess here we go. Shiny Fates ETBs are on Pokemon Center.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you knew about a reprint, because I saw they came up on Pokemon Center. They're in all the stores.
They're still there.
They also have battle styles if anybody wants battle styles.
Yeah, I don't think they ever went off.
I actually need the blue box of. Send me a deal, Mason, for a blue box of battle styles. I need that to finish my collection with the Rebels Clash.
There we go.
CGC grade this. There's an error. Well, I get 8.5 center. It looks pretty well centered, actually. It is a little bit off. It's crimped. I got the crimp error.
Wow,
Yeah,
Pokemon Go, Pokemon Center ETBs are $65.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
I know.
And it looks worse than the regular one. That's crazy.
I know.
It really does. I hate that. I think it looks terrible. It does not display well at all. Why would you put that on there?
That's where I don't.
It's like got a sleeve. It's got a sleeve on it. Like, who wants that?
I don't know.
It's like looking at a. I don't want to say. It's just like an uncircumcised ETB right there. Like, what are we looking at here? It's like, what? Get that off of there.
Yeah, I was just. I don't know what they're doing with the ETBs lately. You know,
I don't like
there was a little bit there where the Pokemon Center ones were a little bit, were better. For like Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike and Celebrations, I actually like those ones better. But then Brilliant Stars, they went right back to the same. It's almost a cheaper box. Because they don't have all the stuff.
Yeah, and it has decent sleeves, I guess. With Mewtwo, it's got the metal coins in it. It has an actual metal flipping coin, but
Yeah, the Fusion Strike one's just got the extra sleeves.
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder why they went.
Maybe it's an error. I mean, I did get a jacked up pack.
I was gonna say the whole box seemed to have been a disaster.
Oh, my God, I just realized.
Oh, what'd you get now? What'd you find?
Oh my gosh, the top of it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, you found it. See, we're good.
It fell out of the pack. It was stuck to the outside of the pack.
Now you can send that into CGC. There you go. Let's see if they grade it.
Crimped at the top.
Send both pieces to them. There you go. Send them right to them.
They really screwed that up. That's crazy. I've never had that before. Rookies. We'll use new staff. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Uncircumcised TV.
Yeah, that did.
We're gonna clip that.
That's fine.
That's a clipping moment right there.
It's just 65 and the normal one's 50 though. I mean, it's a lot for 2 extra packs and metal dice. It just seems like it's a.
No, it has the promo, right? I thought it had the Mewtwo promo in it. Does it say? Is there a description on it?
One full art foil promo featuring Mewtwo V. 65 card sleeves. Yeah, but the regular box has the promo as well.
All that stuff too, yeah. That's something different between the two.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, this has 12 packs in it, not just 10.
Oh, well, that's why it's a little bit more then.
Well, does the regular have?
Yes, the regular one should have 10.
Okay.
So that's $12 more right there for the packs. If you figure $4 average or $3 average for 4 more, I mean.
But it's only 2 more.
I thought you said you're. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it's 10 for the regular.
It's gonna be a 10 pack. That's $50, and then you're paying $15 more for 2 more packs and metal dice and a bad looking box.
Sold. Yeah, sold.
Oh well. Interesting. Anyways.
Yeah, like I said, what do you guys?
What's wrong, Adam? What do you got? What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, his brain's turning over there.
I feel like something's missing there. Like, why is it $65?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point.
It's got a metal coin and metal dice.
Mm-hmm.
And metal condition markers. The things that you keep in the box and you throw away. That's what this comes in there for $15 more.
I mean, maybe it is just a case of appealing to the people collecting ETBs. I mean, maybe it is that simple. More of a, hating them.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a lot of money. $65. Like you were saying, like, hey, maybe they could give a reduced booster box size at 70. Like if you were to compare those two, I mean, you'd go for the packs, right? All day.
And are you gonna do box breaks? ETB breaks?
Could.
It's not gonna be cheap.
No.
No.
Standard ETB. I don't know. Actually, I can get regular ETBs right now for $42 a piece for a Pokemon Go.
That's good.
If I buy a case. So that's not too bad. I mean, for a specialty set, without it even being released, I can get them ahead.
Yeah.
So what are you getting them for? Just out of curiosity, can you tell us what you're paying for them per retail? Or
I can tell you whatever I want to.
I'm just checking. I don't want to put you on the spot.
$30 a box.
Okay, so someone's still making 12, and then if I wanted to, that still gives me leeway to get another potentially $8 out of them myself. If you sold them for 50.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if you wanted to charge shipping, because it's cheaper to charge shipping, you can just do. I mean, if you want to sell off the other stuff, if it's worth selling, or just whatever.
Yeah, like I said, I know right now you can find them for sale on cases of just the standard ETBs. They're about $42 a piece if you buy a case. So it's not really all that bad. So if you want to do a box break with them, I mean, you could buy the ETBs for cheaper and do a 10 ETB box break and still charge the equivalent of $50 per box. And then the shipping for me to send them.
$10
$8 a box just to have fun opening the set.
$10 for the first pack to cover the pack and shipping, and $5 a pack after or something. You work out a price point where it works out. Yeah, well, I mean, $10 a pack, whatever.
Yep. And that's what I usually do for the box breaks. You know, if you buy one pack, you pay the $3.99 I think is the average shipping on it. So you pay $3.99 in the first pack, and then every pack you do after that, you can pretty much just keeps adding up, so it starts reducing your shipping every pack you buy. So
you haven't done Whatnot in a while, Mason, right? I remember your video saying that you kind of gave up on that. Yeah,
I haven't been on there since before that video, so yeah, it's been a while.
I jumped on Echo. He put a link or a video. He was talking about him doing one on like a Thursday morning a while back, and I jumped on while I was making a cup of tea in the kitchen. I thought, I'll jump on, I'll have a quick look. I'm taking a 5-minute break, and there was people doing it with like 70, 80, 90 people watching, and I was like, what like how what where did this come from? Because when I was looking at it, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, like a while back, I remember being in the stream and there was like 4 of us. Literally, there was like 4 or 5 people in the stream, like bidding or looking, or sometimes like no one bid on some of the stuff. And then I was looking at it, there was just one, there was like 78 people in this guy's stream, and I was like, wow, like there's a lot of people.
There's 70 people in Echo's stream?
No, it wasn't Echo's.
Okay. I was gonna say, man, he's
nowhere near.
He's doing great.
No, it was one of those guys doing like, buy this, you can win this and spin this, and I'll select your name from this. They were like doing all like the. I was lost. Like the stuff he was selling was like going like the starting price was like $40. Like he was like doing the high level stuff. But yeah, it was interesting. I didn't realize like how many like people were on that now, like how popular it was. I don't hear many people talk about it, honestly. I don't know if you guys do. I mean, I don't. And the people I surround myself with, you know, with YouTube and the hobby, the little community we've got, like, I don't ever hear anyone talk about whatnot, really.
I don't know. I just kind of typically stay away from it because it just ends up to me being a raffle system, and you wait. If you're not careful, it's almost like going to an auction, and sometimes they throw in something that's really, really cool that really draw your attention, and then you get stuck paying way too much for it because you're an idiot and you get caught up in the excitement of it.
I mean, there's a chance. It's the so you're saying there's a chance. You know, it's like there is that possibility you could hit that, and I mean it's probably better odds than playing the lottery or a scratch card, but you're still not very likely to win anything.
I know we got to talk about economics and depressing things, but you guys see these art the art winners, the art contests?
Gorgeous. I don't understand how the Bulbasaur didn't win.
Because Arcanine, duh.
Yeah. It really is beautiful.
Well, I wish the one with the Oddish would have won. I'm looking at him right now. The one that's got fourth place should be first place. I think it's a cutie.
Really pretty too.
It's a cuter one, but I like the Bulbasaur. It's still going to be put on a card, so it's okay. The top three get made into cards, so. The Pikachu on fifth, though, how you feel about that? Where it's like a pastel.
Yeah.
It's not geometric, but it's whatever they call that.
Yeah, I can't think of the word. I was trying to think of the same thing. It's not abstract. I can't think of the word of it. Yeah, I'm not like, oh my god, incredible. Like I'm not in awe of it. Whereas those top three, like they really are. Like there's you can tell why they're in the top three. Like they really are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. There's a lot of good ones. There was one that was
like the top 30 are amazing. Like
I was gonna say there was like one or two in like the top 20 or 30 that I was looking at. I was like, wow, that's incredible. I do art like that. I struggled to write my name straight, so it was like pretty uplifting to see that there are people with much more talent than me and that stuff. There was some really cool stuff. I think it was the winner. I put up his Instagram of one of the guys, and he had like 1.5 million followers. It was his Instagram or his YouTube or something. He had like 1.5 million. There's like a legit artist that like everyone knows about. He's like a famous guy that paints all these different things and does a lot of, you know, the electronic digital arts and stuff. There's some legit people out there doing that stuff, you know. And there's not a lot of average Joes entering that competition, that's for sure.
No, yeah, it's Be Purple. What do you mean the contest was whack? What do you mean? What do you think should have won? I'm interested. There's not a Charizard in the top 15. How about that?
Nope.
There's
a couple Charizards in the top 30. There's 2 of them in the top 30, right?
Well, I'm assuming these are in order. They may not be in order. Maybe I'm just being an idiot and trusting. But
I was assuming they were too, but
yeah.
No, there's 2 of them. One where he's standing there with his wings spread, and then he's got the one where he's like resting.
A lot of grass and waterfalls in this art collection. The Scizor that is like in a waterfall is very I don't know. It's very weird. It's a couple points away from like a DeviantArt OC fan fiction. Just a lot of waterfalls. Basically, what I'm getting at. The Arcanine was whack. Come on, don't come at me with that.
An Arcanine hater.
They don't exist. He's
They're
just
both.
being a Mimi.
So,
anyways, what else we got, Andy? You got anything else? Are we want to do questions? Or we want to? How are we feeling?
We could. Why don't we throw on some questions? Why don't we ask some guys here what we got for some questions? I know some of them want to go back to the marketing stuff and the what's going on right now. But right now, I don't have very many things, directions to go on that right now, unless one of you guys got something you want to talk about. What's going on in the market? I mean, we know we're coming to the end of Sword and Shield. When's the new set for Scarlet and Violet coming out? Base set. Mason, you got any idea?
If they do it like Sun and Moon, Jesus Christ, Sword and Shield, it'd be the first set for that next year.
Okay. So do we have one more set of Sword and Shield or two more?
For next year. Did you say next year?
Yeah, they try not to do a lot of spoilers and stuff. Kind of like what they did with Legend Arceus, where they didn't have the origin forms in that first set because they try to. I don't know if they're going to want to do the same thing or not.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just curious. Yeah, everybody's kind of saying that there's one set left.
Well, potentially. I mean, we don't know. Maybe they'll
sneak one more in November.
You never know. It doesn't release until November 16th, so I don't know if the odds of that are going to be good, but
yeah.
Just in time for the holidays. Yeah.
Not that they need the push, but yeah, they're
okay. So we're looking at Lost Origin and then another set release, then, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Before that.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Lost Origin, last one. I'm off kilter.
There's a good one for you, Mason. I'd like to know your opinion on this because I don't think I've ever truly heard you say
what
will go down as the worst set in Sword and Shield.
I mean, Champion's Path is the worst set, bar none.
Yeah, but is that technically Sword and Shield, or is that just holiday set?
Oh, I don't know. It was released when Sword and Shield was happening.
Yeah, I just know some people would argue that that's not a. That's
you want to talk about
set,
a standard set? The worst standard set is Darkness Ablaze.
Okay.
Eternatus was a flop, and the Charizard in there was reprinted 2 times after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was printed to oblivion.
Well, so was Eternius too. There is like 4 different versions of Eternius too.
Mm-hmm.
Not including the rose full art too. There's a rose full art of Eternius. So that's 5 printings of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Darkness Ablaze is going to end up being one of the. It's
That
between that,
stuff, but
no. There's just not even for collectors. I mean, even the Charizard. That's really the only thing in the set that collectors are really running after. But it was also printed 2 per case. Is pretty much the average on it. And I know if you bought a case of Darkness Ablaze, 2 booster boxes had a Charizard in it. It's pretty much the norm. You knew if you had bought 6 case, if you bought a case, you had 2 Charizards in that case. That's how heavily it was printed in that set. So, not even really a chase at that point. You can just you can get it by buying a case. Now here's a twist on it, Mason. Which one's gonna go down as the best right now?
Like what's our time frame? It matters, in my opinion. Are you saying like 5 years from now? What it's going to be the best? That does the best?
Yeah, well, let's do that. That's a good way to look at it. What's going to be the best set in 5 years?
Evolving Skies. By that point, no matter how big the size of the reprint is, it will still be caught up to the point to where it'll be the most expensive set. That's my bet.
I agree. I think that it's got so many people chasing Evolving Skies.
Like, people don't understand how popular Evolving Skies is. People don't get it. The amount of people that walk into my store and are literally soul crushed that I don't have Evolving Skies and haven't had it for 6 months. I've had people that knew I was selling it and contact me on Instagram trying to still see if I had booster boxes available. Yeah.
So just because I sold it and I did the videos on the process of how I sold it and how it went, now people continually contact me to see if I've got anything. And I mean, I've got some single sleeve boosters. I got one booster box up here, but
yeah,
once again, it's people want it and they are chasing it. And I think a lot of people underestimate how strong that evolution chase is for so many people. On top of the Rayquazas, and that set just has something for everybody. It's a huge set that draws in a ton of not just collectors into it that want these specific cards.
What's your favorite set, Adam?
Vivid Voltage, say it.
I like the idea of Vivid Voltage, but I can't seem to pull any freaking Pikachus out of it every time I open it up, which drives me crazy. I mean, I like Evolving Skies. I like Brilliant Stars. I really like Celebrations. I mean, obviously we're trying to talk to normal sets there, but I did enjoy Celebrations a lot. I opened more Celebrations, I think, than any of the other sets the past year or two. Honestly, I opened quite a lot of different Celebrations products. I liked Astral Radiance. I liked Brilliant Stars. I feel pretty good about most of the sets. I had pretty bad luck with Battle Styles. Didn't really pull anything, honestly. So my least favorite, I would probably go Battle Styles. Maybe Sword and Shield base. I didn't really have much luck with that. Honestly, I didn't really have anything too fun in that. Then I liked Evolving Skies. I think what I like with Evolving Skies is, which is good and bad, positive and negative, is there really is a lot of cards. Like, there's a lot going on in there. There's a lot of and differences and kind of things all over the place. Obviously you have the evolutions, but there just generally is like things to appeal to different people in so many different ways. There's such a, feels like kind of dynamic. That's probably the biggest part of why it's so popular. It's not just evolutions. Like, not everybody is an evolution fan.
Everybody has a favorite Eevee.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, hands down. But I don't know if that's enough to chase a set. Like, I don't know if people are in love with their favorite evolution. Like, I don't chase my favorite evolution.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
I do.
Who's your favorite?
Probably Espeon.
Ugh, no wonder.
I think it's because of a corporate.
They were so kind. They put my alternate arts in a box for me, so I didn't even have to dig. I could just buy a box and get them, which I was very disappointed about.
Andy, you and I both have the same evolution, by the way.
Flareon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mason likes fire.
I do like fire and psychic. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because my second one is Mewtwo. I like the Mew and Mewtwo's.
Wow. Okay.
I like Mew. There's some interesting comments in the chat tonight. We're trying to watch them.
Like what?
I'm just like people are talking about Chilling Reign and Battle Style.
Chilling Reign is a good set. Chilling Reign is good.
It is.
Chilling Reign is great.
Great. Rip one.
Chilling Reign
I like
fun
the
to open.
alternate arts.
Do not open those Chilling Reign boxes.
What?
Do not open them. Do not open those.
It's the Pokemon Center ones, the messed up ones. They're not worth it.
Leave them. Them Chilling Reign
They're
ones.
errors.
They're even better. They're error boxes.
Stop it.
It's like 3 packs in it or something, right? There's nothing in it.
No, that's not true. Stop.
I would leave the Chilling Reign packs alone.
What about Crimson Invasion? Should we do that just for shits and giggles?
No. Stop it.
Stop
opening stuff.
Okay.
Hands down.
Hey, look at these that I got. I got these.
Yeah.
I got these Pikachu Japanese. What's it called? It's called like the starter friends pack or something. I thought it was really cute.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know they had a Alolan friends. Alolan starters.
It was nice. There's quite a few of them in population in a 10, that Pikachu, but I can't find any sold listings, like a single. I can't find any history of them ever being sold. I've searched eBay, PWCC, I can't find any history, but there's like 70 something that have been graded in a 10.
Weird.
Like someone must have sold one, surely. Like there must have been one sold. But the problem is it came out in 2016. So maybe it's just not recently, because I'm searching recent listings of sold. That it's harder to pull the stuff from further back, but yeah, I don't know what they're worth, because they're every single one that I got 10, and I think every single one that I got is probably 10 worthy. Honestly, they all look pristine, perfect centering. Just a little inside to one is.
I will say the one thing when they're talking down here in chat with Chilling Reign has a lot of slept on alternate arts in it that actually could be very, very good fan favorite Pokemon.
Look, people are going to want entire collections of these alt arts. They're going to want them. So all these sets are going to be opened. People are always saying you don't know what the people are going to want. People want alt arts. Clearly, people want alt arts.
Yep.
They're going to open these sets. They're going to open all these sets up for years. People opened all these sets. Like, the past 2 booster boxes have gone up in price after release. Like, people are opening these products, guys. Like, do not kid yourself.
No. The thing is that's why there was a comment in there that we're crazy for saying Darkness Ablaze is the lowest set in Sword and Shield. And the reason
they get outclassed at it's like the tag team sets of Sun and Moon. Like they outclass the rest of the Sun and Moon block. So like it's all you can't. There's no argument there.
And I always look at Darkness Ablaze too. Battle Styles is ahead of it because it's playable. That was a very playable set when it came out. That was Maya single strike deck when it came out. That was the first thing that we built. So there was actually playability to that set. It wasn't so much a collector set, which I think a lot of people really bash Battle Styles for that fact. That it's not, because Urshifu isn't a big driving factor and doesn't have a lot of collectors behind it. But it was playable. Darkness Ablaze literally had an overprinted Charizard, overprinted chase cards, and very little to no playability in that set. Yep. Nowadays, how many people played Battle Styles past... Did they ever? I don't even remember Battle Styles cards even being chased, or Darkness Ablaze cards ever being chased.
Yeah,
they were just pretty much, people wanted the Charizard. The Charizard was 2 per case, and that was it. That was it. That was the whole set.
Yeah.
Even Rebels Clash has got playability to it. Some of those cards are still being played today in tournaments. I see pop up, like Boss's Orders and a couple of the other ones that are sitting in there. So you got playability still, which makes people open Rebels Clash, and that's why it's slowly moving up.
I mean, I'm just looking at Astral Radiance boxes right now, and last solds are like multiple boxes. 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Like, people are still buying these boxes in multiples at 105 on TCG Player. And there's one seller that is the lowest. He has 169 boxes. And then all the rest of the sellers are 10 or less. And these boxes are going to move as this supply dries up. This is stuff I look at. This is like what I live for, is watching this stuff move.
So it's a good thing I took the gamble and bought 2 extra cases of Astral Radiance then.
Yes, because people want to open these cards. People love these cards.
I went back and forth for that when he asked. So when this set came out, he was so afraid that this wasn't going to move because he couldn't even fill his pre-orders. The pre-orders were really slow on it. And so the assumption, of course, that I would have made too is that this is going to be a really slow-moving set. I think the one thing that all of us kind of, I looked at it, and that's the reason I ended up doing it, is the print was really small on this. So even the people that were chasing it chewed it up pretty fast.
Yeah, and Danny Phantom did a video not too long ago talking about the Machamp alt art in there, how that was potentially spec'd on and bought out, and that's why it's priced what it is. I would not be surprised if it is just actual genuine interest, because these pulls are so difficult.
Sales. Yeah, but if you look at the early sales of that Machamp card, even on TCG Player and Toad and Troll and stuff, they sold in big groupings really fast at the beginning, and right after that, the price doubled. So that tells me someone bought market share in it and pushed it, a whole grouping of it, way up.
Sure.
And that's where I think he was getting at on that video was that that someone spec'd it. Oh, what did you do? No, but I think that's exactly, I think he's onto it on that. I think that card, because of the hard pull rate, made it so someone could spec it, buy a huge quantity of it, and push it. If it was low pull rates, like you're saying, you couldn't do that because the returning factor of them coming back would completely wash you out fairly quickly and bring that price back down. The hard pull rates, someone spec'd it and doubled the price of that card on TCG Player and Toad and Troll right away. Is I think is exactly what happened on that one.
Definitely. Or people just had some knowledge and knowing that this card was extremely hard to pull, and they're like, this card is too cheap. This price is too cheap. It needs to be higher. Could also be a thing.
Could be.
And it was just so low on release. I remember watching on the release weekend, and there were no listings for this card available. So sure, yeah, people could have been working the game, but I mean, like you said, I mean, it was going for 60, and now it's double that.
I was gonna say I bought it at 62 because I wasn't gonna open much Astral Radiance. The set doesn't really trip my trigger, but I wanted the alternate art just so I had it. So I bought the alternate arts out of the set, and actually the ones I'm glad that I bought were the Beedrill and the what's the other one I bought? The crap, now I can't think of the name of it. I know the picture of it, but I bought the two other ones and then they shot up. That Beedrill actually took off extremely fast, too. Because I bought it at like $17, and I think the last time I looked, it was already up to like $45, and I don't even know. That was 4 days ago I looked, so I don't even know what it's at now. So the alternate arts in general are going.
Oh, of course. Like I said, that's what I sell is because they're hard to pull and highly desirable. Equals stonks. That's how Pokemon is going to work from now on. Yep. And B Purple, I see you in the chat. Like I'm reading all your stuff, and this set was a one and done release. I cannot get any more stock of it, and there is no scheduled reprint for this set. So that means we're not getting it until after the Evolving Skies, which is going to be in August. So if you think these boxes are not going to move in these next 2 months,
that's a long time to wait.
It's just that's not a realistic thing.
Especially with the low print run and all the distributors are already out of it. There's only one option: is the secondary market's going to start pushing it up higher.
Now,
it's going to go.
Unless Pokemon has a slush like they normally do, and they'll push that slush and out and load up the booster boxes while they go and do another print run. They can do that.
Yeah.
But even that, to package these into whatever the products they want to package them in, it's going to take a while. So
I don't see any more product before Evolving Skies hits the shelf.
We might get another little trickle, maybe like when Pokemon Go comes. They'll throw it on the shipments with those, but it's going to be forever. until we get a good solid restock on the set. And like I said, I don't have any. I have to have this product at least for playable stuff. Be Purple, I'm telling you the facts, man. I'm just telling you exactly how this works. If you want to argue that, that's fine. Like I'm not being argumentative with you. Your opinion is fine. Like that's fine. But this is literally what I do. So just let you know.
And buying cards on release, Pika Pika, it really does depend on the set. This set was one of them that I knew I wasn't going to open it because typically I would spend so much money on opening the product to try and get the chase cards. This set, I knew that I wasn't going to do that, and I knew it was a low print run. So typically, no, I would say do not buy cards on release, but this set had particular reasons on why. Now, could this alternate art drop below and I might be out $60? Yeah, it could go below that.
Sure.
I definitely could. If they reprint the crap and really change the pull rates on the next reprint, it's a gamble. I understand that, but I'm not investing in it. I'm not expecting this card. It was for my own personal collection. So if I spend $60 and it goes to $40 for 3 years, I really don't care. It's not like I'm trying to turn that around and make money on any of these alternate arts. I didn't buy like 7 or 8 of them, of any of them. I just bought one of each just so I could put it away. So, yeah. And that's a completely different mindset when it comes to these.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to be watching Modern.
Mm-hmm.
It's because as Pokemon catches up, there's a lot of unknowns. And yes, like there's 30 listings for that Machamp right now. Is that card going down in price? Absolutely, it has to. Like those people are going to be competitive and push that price down. There's no question about that. But yeah, where it settles and whether or not it has so much dependent on if those cards are going to true collectors or if they're going to the big buyout part or whatever. It's all it really doesn't matter. That makes a determination of where all these cards prices end up.
Yeah, and there will be reprints faster Radiance. It's just a matter of time.
Oh yeah, it's just I'm talking in the windows that short, extremely short term.
Yeah, we're literally talking probably in the next 3 months, because at any time Pokemon International can decide to reprint a set, and if they see popularity, so if they start seeing distributors running out of a product, the tendency is that you will see a reprint shortly behind there, at least scheduled to show that there's more product coming. Evolving Skies, that's why everybody was sitting there playing the game saying, even Danny Phantom, there's going to be a reprint because the distributor's out of it. Pokemon, and it's still a current in rotation set, it's coming back. They're going to do a reprint. It's just a matter of when, not a matter of if. So, like I said, it's the one thing that I'm still back and forth on distributors that people I know in the distributing circles keep arguing is Celebrations Mason. What do you think of that one? ETB's coming back. One last run before next Christmas.
No. Who's saying that? Someone said that.
Based off of what? Like where is this information coming from? Like what?
So the reason being is that if you look at what Pokemon, even my distributor here in Wisconsin says, the notice that was sent out from Pokemon Center is exclusive to Pokemon Center. It does not say that they won't reprint Celebrations. They just said they will not have it on Pokemon Center any longer.
The regular ETB.
And it's exclusive ETB, and it's exclusive items. The point is this. What's the chances? I'm not saying it's going to happen, and he's not saying this either. But he said, why in the first year? So typically, if you're doing a celebration set, it's a 1-year celebration from release.
Yeah.
Why would they not hit Celebrations one more time after only 4 months of printing? At least ETBs and possibly the tins and the boxes. He's not saying exclusive ETBs. He's not saying UPCs. He's not saying any of that stuff. Just ETBs, like the Lance's Charizard boxes, the tins, the Dark Sylveon boxes. Do you think that there's a chance we'll be seeing?
I just think that is extremely bizarre for them to say, hey, no more, and then have them print more, regardless of whether or not they sell them on Pokemon Center or not.
Yeah, I would.
Pokemon has never made an announcement like that, ever.
But they also said they would print it to demand. So why did they stop? Right before Celebrations were released, they said they would print as long as there was a demand. They would print it. And distributors are out. Completely out. So why would they not fulfill that?
It's very odd. It's very odd.
Yeah.
It is. It's a conundrum. I mean, Pokemon really made a conundrum on this one because they announced that they would print Celebrations as long as there was a demand. They would continue to print, and 4 months later, they say on Pokemon Center they would no longer carry Pokemon exclusive ETBs. They specified Pokemon exclusive ETBs and Pokemon items. Which you think about, that's trinkets, T-shirts, the deck boxes, all that little stuff on Pokemon Center. To me, they had Brilliant Stars coming, they had Fusion Strike, they had Astral Radiance, Pokemon Go, and they needed to clear server space. So why would they list that stuff when they could send it through distributors instead? Or
server space?
Item space. I know that they probably have an infinite number, but that still takes data and time.
I was gonna say, we gotta clear out the items on Pokemon Center of their 200 items store.
You realize how many items there were just for Celebrations on that store? Oh God, there's probably 300 different items up there.
I got 50,000 items in my store. Like that's nothing. That's on Shopify.
Yeah.
All the card singles.
Like I said,
that's not a solid argument. I don't see that being a thing. But
I know that they printed a ton of Celebrations compared to Generations. I mean, every distributor said they printed 3 times more than what they did. They sold 3 times more, went through the distributor and stores, and what Generations did.
Yeah, I mean, if they printed 9 billion last year's, then they printed 2 billion Celebration cards. That's But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's very, very odd for them to say, buy it now.
We're ending. I know, I agree. More. But then 4 months earlier, they said they'd print it as long as it was a demand. So that's what I mean. They created their own, where they contradicted themselves one way or the other, regardless of how they go now.
Yeah.
He's saying you want to open some Celebrations. So is that what I heard?
No, I'm not opening Celebrations. I ain't risking it.
Okay.
I mean, I still have Celebrations in my store.
Do you?
Yeah, I got the big Pikachu collage box, and I have Dragapult V boxes.
I love the binder.
Binder's great. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I got a couple down there. I've got some with Professor Oaks and different Professor Oaks, and then I've got one with the actual Celebrations cards.
Different Professor Oaks. What do you mean? Like the cards?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like the binder had Professor Oaks on it. What are you talking about?
No, sorry. Yeah. It's like actual, like just a bunch of all different oaks. It's just like a binder of oaks.
Yeah.
Because I'm a dog.
Well, it is your name.
Here, like this. I got it, and then at the back it's Eevees. The different Eevees.
See, everybody has Eevees. It don't make a difference who you are.
And a random Mr. Fuji. I don't know what that's doing. What's in this one? Yeah, this is just my Celebrations near master set.
What do you need still?
I sold my Charizard, obviously, stonks, so I need that.
You sold the Charizard? That was a very special Charizard, Professor Oak.
You pulled it yourself. It was your Charizard.
Yeah, and I gave it to him.
It was from Andy. Andy gave me the ETB.
I gave it to him, and he opened it.
What?
So my plan was...
You should have shipped it back to Andy, had him sign it, and then send it back to you.
No, so here's my theory.
No,
I don't feel bad about this at all, because here's my theory, Andy. I sold it, and I figured I'd take that profit, and when they drop down, I'll buy us both one. That was my theory from it. I haven't discussed this with you yet. I'm telling you now, but that's my theory. And then they haven't quite gone down as much as I hoped yet, so it hasn't quite gone to plan. So I'm going to figure that out. But you said that you needed it, right?
Yes.
You still need it. So that was my theory. I was like, I sold that at PWCC, and I figured, why not both have one? Because I want it for the binder. I don't need it in a PSA slab. Like, I'm not bothered about slabbing it.
That's still a $70 card.
Right.
What the hell?
All I need is a Charizard and a Blastoise, and I've got the complete set.
I've got a spare Blastoise.
So the Charizard from the set is almost as much as the metal card is.
Yeah.
The metal card is 87.
I definitely thought it was going to go down more, and which is why I'm almost a little skeptical on how low the Go one is going to go. Like, is it really going to go low? I mean, obviously it's not a base set reprint, but it is a pretty unique Charizard. You know, we haven't had one like that before.
Do you have the metal card of Pikachu? Oh, we already talked about that. It's only 40. It's only $40.
I was gonna say them gold cards kind of went down the last couple weeks because
it
was almost up to 6.
They are trending down.
At 65. Yeah, they have been the last couple weeks.
Very weird. At the end of March, they shot up, and then now they're mellowing.
Mm-hmm. It's because of that reprint that went to Australia. That's affecting the market. No, apparently, yeah. Everybody's got a reprint scare now, so everybody's bailing.
I don't think Celebrations is. I don't think there's going to be more Celebrations products. Not reprint.
I'm with you guys.
I just don't know when would they print it.
I think they're too focused on the.
Go's done. They got Evolving Skies. Then has to come
the new set,
Lost
Origin.
Yep. Then you got to work Holiday Set.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just there's so little time.
I agree, but that's the two distributors I have are saying that they are not convinced yet that they aren't going to get a notice for a reprint on it. They said they won't believe it until they cross the 1 year mark. If they don't hear reprint after the 1 year mark, then of course they'll know it's dead. But
it's not true though. Like that's historically that is not the case because Hidden Fates had a reprint after a year.
Yeah, but they're going by the last holiday or the last set was Generations, and they did 1 year print.
Except Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates was also a holiday set.
No, not a holiday set. The Celebration set, an anniversary set. Because that's Generations is the anniversary set. Hidden Fates is not an anniversary.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same slot though. It's the same. I don't know. That's.
They just said they did 1 year of Generation, 1 full year because they had a reprint at the end of Generation.
Yeah, because they had it in stock for a year, and they couldn't sell it. Everybody was sitting on piles of it by the end of this Generations.
Yeah, but that guy said I don't know. He just works there,
Look,
and I'm just telling you his conspiracy. He's got his conspiracy theory. So because they got a reprint of Generations the last month of the set. They got more Generations, even though they didn't sell it.
Yeah, because they had to dump it all because, like, oh, this shit ain't moving. Oh, get out of here.
Like I said, I wasn't there for Generations, so I don't know. I don't know the whole history behind Generations.
Generations.
And like I said, I'm with you with 3 times as much of the product already produced of Celebrations. I personally think they're probably done. I don't see any reasons why they would go back to it. I'm just telling you what Talking to Jake has been telling me is he's just like, that's the talk is that there might be they're not convinced yet they're done.
Okay.
I mean, some places still have stock. I've seen reunions of the celebration still in
That's
stock.
what I'm saying. I have stock.
Yeah, yeah,
I have some.
MJ Holding randomly drops stuff off too. I mean, we just got V-Unions over in here. We got a bunch of Pikachu V-Unions. And what else showed up? Oh, the mini tins. We had a bunch of the mini tins show up. 2 boxes of those. Like you said, though, MJ Holdings got all this stuff sitting right. They just randomly grab some stuff and throw it on a shelf.
Look, all I know is Oak's dad works at Pokemon, and he says it's not going to reprint. So
you didn't hear it from us. Oh, you guys are making me want to open celebrations.
Why?
I want to grab a box. Why?
So you can get another Charizard and sell it again?
See,
no.
See, this is why this is a good.
I'm mad at myself about that. I was really excited about surprising you with that, Andy. I was like planning it all in my head. I got 3 other cards I was going to send you, and now I've slipped up and let you know. It sucks.
Sucks.
Well, that's all right. I got a card I'm going to be sending you, so.
No, if I send you first.
I got a celebrations card I'm sending you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Look, have him send it to you. Have him send you something, and then you return to sender the envelope, and then send it back to him.
Open it and put the new one in. Return to sender.
Even Stevens. Yeah, no, I do actually have. I think I do actually have a spare Blastoise.
Now we know why Mason's so successful at business.
That's right. I just return to sender
everything. We don't need no stamps. Cut opens his bills, puts a check in there, return to sender. Sends back.
How many of this birthday Pikachu do you have, Adam? From Celebrations? Do you have a stack? Is those stacks back there all Celebrations birthday Pikachus?
I feel like you've got some like a psychic thing going on today. Thing going on with you. I'm trying not to like answer that, but I want to answer it.
I got you all figured out, man. This is
have a few English ones, and I may have just had a few spicy variations. I'll leave it at that. There's a few on the way.
So you bought the WotC promos?
I've gone hard into 25th.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That is a good looking card. That's good. That's good looking.
You got the Japanese and the Chinese version?
Chinese proving a little trickier and more expensive than I thought, but I'm working on it.
Interesting.
It's the sanctions. The sanctions are slowing things down.
Yeah.
Do they celebrate birthdays in China?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Probably.
I know some religions and stuff don't celebrate birthdays, right?
Is that real?
Don't celebrate it. I used to work with a girl, and she told me like her family don't celebrate like Christmas or birthdays or like they're not allowed to like celebrate things. And I remember being so confused. I was like, that's such an integral part of like family life, like just was those things. She was like, yeah, no, we can't do that. And we don't watch TV. She said she didn't watch TV either. I was like, wow, you definitely didn't grow up poor. Like that is like so far removed from the world that I live in.
Huh.
I don't know. Do you guys celebrate birthdays and like holidays and stuff? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's not just.
I wish
just you.
I wish they'd stop at my age. Just stop reminding me. I'm good.
Yeah, it is a sore subject.
After 21, you have nothing to look forward to until you're 65, so it don't make a difference.
Yeah.
I think I'm dubious that 65 will be retirement age by the time we get there. Honestly.
Oh, it'll be 85 by the time we make it there.
Yeah, we're gonna be like half robotic and like everything will be cured by then. I feel like we're gonna last for a long time and have to work for a lot longer.
You got pretty high hopes in the next 30,
Yeah.
30
I do.
years.
We just had a cure for cancer this week.
Oh, you've been reading those BuzzFeed articles again.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Onion. He's on the Onion.
Was the cure for cancer onions?
No, I'm not
No.
joking. Like literally, they just.
I know.
Okay, so all right. Yeah, I mean, I was like, was talking to everyone at work about it. I was like, okay, we figured it out. Like, obviously, that guy's like gonna die in a plane crash. The guy that figured it out, but hopefully, he stored it on a thumb drive somewhere so we can use it.
Hopefully,
Like,
peer reviewed it. Yeah.
like someone needs to like do something with this and hopefully stay away from any government agency so nobody dies. Like,
we got to put him in a little submarine and hide him in the ocean. Nobody finds him.
This is pretty special.
Give him a little lab that floats.
Yeah.
Eddie in the chat is turning 30 this year.
Oh.
We should tell him at 31, it's all downhill from there. Not 30. Not 30. 30 is great. 31, the day I woke up when I was 31, knees started hurting, all that, back went out.
It
shoulders.
just gets worse.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything hurts.
It's just so you go, oh, 38 so bad, and 31. 31 is where it gets bad.
You'll find this interesting. So this week I was looking at do you remember is it Nata Wake? Is that how you pronounce it? The 2001 birthday Pikachu, this Japanese one. It's like much rarer. It's like one, and he's like in the center, like looking forward. It's pretty expensive.
I don't know.
It's
like a reprint?
I don't know. I've never seen that one.
I can't remember. I don't know how you say it. It's like NATTE space Wake. It's like a Japanese 2001 birthday Pikachu. If you just search that, it'll probably come up.
I guess
it's gorgeous. I mean,
yeah, there
I'm
it
not
is.
kidding. Like it really is. It's a really nice card.
Oh, he's got. Does he have a glass of wine?
It's so cool.
That's
Mason,
not. No wonder we didn't get it.
Cool.
You can have Pikachu drinking wine.
Okay, so get this. This story is going to the next level. The last PSA 10 I could find that sold because I was trying to get reference in case I wanted to bid on it, and it was pretty expensive card. Is probably going to be my next. Whenever the time comes, it's going to be my next like high level big purchase. The last sold on my birthday in the PSA 10. What is the chances of the birthday Pikachu that I'm chasing after? The last sold was on my birthday.
I don't know. Sounds like
It's
you
a
should have
sign.
bought it.
That's fate, right? I was like, holy moly, that's crazy.
Yeah. Not awake.
Not
I
awake.
mean, raw, it's not cheap either. So yeah. Graded is I
think a 9 just sold for like $5.50 or something. I think I was looking at it earlier. It sold for a lot.
Are you a 9 collector?
Promos, most of the promos I've got are 9s, honestly. But any set cards, they're almost all 10s. Yeah, pretty much.
That's a lot.
10s.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, too much. It's ridiculous. But I've got a lot raw that I'm hoping to grade in a lot of 10s and some of the promos in 8s and 9s. So that's gonna be a lot of the pain price point. Well, the Pikachu needs is some chocolate, and that would be my heaven. Yeah, it's making fun of me because I was eating chocolate last night, and I was eating some tonight. He probably saw me eating chocolate again tonight.
He didn't bring any for the rest of us.
Ancient Muse says, apparently Target has big plushies.
I didn't know that.
Like Pikachu plushies? Is that a thing?
Okay, let's check that.
I did get my big jumbo Arcanine from Pokemon Center. Have you guys seen these?
Is that
the one behind you?
The ridiculously gigantic one?
Yes, the ridiculously ginormous one. Yes.
It's gorgeous. Oh, these Target ones are nice.
Look at. He's still in the bag. He can't breathe. He's in the bag still, but like, oh, the glare is probably me. That's like a filing cabinet behind it. So kind of give you an idea for scale. How big?
It's
It's like he's a big boy. I'm gonna take a picture of it, like a proper picture. I just was walking by and he showed up. Yeah. It was like
I'm gonna have
$450. You know, no big deal.
Target trip. That means I got to go drive hour and almost 2 hours to go to a Target.
They're all gonna be scalped, and they're gonna be on eBay for 4 times the price.
Facebook Marketplace for 4x.
Have you got a near you, Andy? Have you got any other that might sell a Pokemon card box?
Wait, what was that?
Have you got any other like big box store that sells Pokemon near you, where you can see what stuff's in stock and stuff?
Walmart is really the big one that I've got 3 of them within 45 minutes of me. Otherwise, GameStop.
Do you ever look just to see what what's in and what's selling and what's in stock? Yeah. Just curious.
Well, my working circle for my job, actually, I pass like the 2 closer ones like every day almost, or at least every other day. Mm-hmm. So I do stop by and check them out regularly just because I'm interested to see stocking. I got so much stock right now. If anybody's looking for anything, hit me up. It's like, if you pay shipping, I literally try and get it out of there because we literally have the new Cleaver, Cleaver, is that what it is? Lucario, the Glaceon, Leafeon boxes, literally 40 high in the store right now. You can't even see over the top of the thing. There's so many of them. We're still getting the Shiny Fates Pikachu V boxes once a week. They bring 12 in every week.
Good lord.
Oh yeah, they're still piled up there. ETBs, I mean, like I stated earlier, all kinds of ETBs, sleeve boosters. I mean, I'm not hurting for anything. If I want to open something, I could literally just get just about anything I wanted tomorrow.
I saw GameStop did a flash sale of, I'm trying to remember if it was stickers or cards, but they were selling packs of sports. I think it was football stickers or cards this week for 1 cent a pack online. I guess they must have been clearing them out. I've never seen anything like it. 1 cent a piece. I was like, that's obviously it was sold out when I found out about it and I saw, but I thought that was super interesting because I can't imagine anyone selling a Pokemon pack for 1 cent just like because it was so bad that you had to clear them out at 1 cent. Like that makes no sense to me at all. Very odd.
Well, the thing is that if you ever watch YouTube, there's a guy that does dumpster diving. And his favorite place to go is literally GameStop because he said if they don't sell stuff, they literally just throw it in the dumpster. At a certain point, they will reduce it. Sometimes they will reduce it, and other times they will just literally it's discontinued in their system. They will walk out back, and they're required to throw it in the dumpster. So the guy will literally walk out of there with all kinds of just high-end stuff that's discontinued.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Do I do what?
Do you throw out like old bulk or anything, just stuff that isn't moving?
No, I'm still stacking that in the back.
That seems crazy to me.
That's why I bought a second store to just start stacking in the back of that one.
Oh yeah. There's not enough room in the other one. I had to buy another one. So
you got a lot of room. There's a big warehouse in that video when you're showing that shelf. You got a lot of room there.
Yeah, I got a lot of consoles filling it up right now.
DNA said, "Why is the YouTube algorithm suggesting dumpster diving videos?" Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. In the suggested video, dumpster diving videos.
A big Arcanine plush is going for well, there's a bunch listed for $1,100 on eBay right now.
No way.
I paid $450 for it.
The reseller.
Turn and burn, Mason. Turn and burn.
I don't know.
You can buy 2 of them. Get 2 of them now. Have one on each side of you in the video, right in front of the cat boxes.
Damn.
That'd look cool actually.
2 big Arcanines right there.
It would.
At each side.
Speedy Diver is the GameStop dumpster diver. 1 million subs.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 million subs. I think I'm at 222. I can't even fathom.
There you go. There you go. You can go dumpster diving for Pokemon cards.
Could be you.
There's you. There's your $1 million sub idea.
You know, I do love that I'm like such a tiny little like nobody fish, but you guys.
But you're
still,
everywhere.
Like, talk to me. I don't know.
You are everywhere.
So funny to me. I love it.
But you're fun to talk to. You have good information. You're personable. I mean, what are you worried about?
You just said I got good information. I think that's something I need to get better at. Is I don't open up enough about the information I do have and the stuff that I'm looking at, because I'm using it most of the time, and I think that's selfish. I think I should be talking about that stuff more. I think I view YouTube too much as like fun and enjoyment and like getting to talk with like cool people, and in reality, like I should be sharing some of like the data and the activities and stuff I'm up to, you know, the kind of things that I'm doing.
It is definitely
stuff, right.
It's a balancing game though.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing is you got to remember is that you know, you can give as much information out there and you understand what you're looking at, but the issue is even like I've said, you've got this much time to tell this much of a story.
Yeah.
And before you start losing retention and you lose people's, you know, ability to watch you, and trying to fit all that stuff into it, sometimes if you get rid of the data but you give references to it, can be better than actually trying to go over all the numbers. Because I've tried doing videos where you try and show every number, and pretty soon you got a 35-minute long video explaining all the numbers of how you got to what you're doing with the data to try and explain it so someone understands it. And it's like,
yeah,
it's just too daunting. I mean, it just gets to be overwhelming, and people lost you on the point where you opened up the spreadsheet, so it really didn't make a difference anyways that you did all that.
Yeah, it needs to be conversational, I think.
It does. I mean, that's the hardest part, is just trying to find that balancing act. I mean, you want to give enough information where they could see that you know where the data came from and know where you got your reasoning and your hypothesis to it, but not get too in depth to where you become your math teacher.
No, the people don't care about the facts. They don't care about all that crap. They just want to hear what they want to hear. And
they just want to know what to invest in.
Yeah, just give the people what they
want. Buy this.
They don't want data. They don't want spreadsheets. They want dummies. Buy that. If you didn't buy that, you're dumb. Not the Arcanine, but the
the UPC. If you didn't buy 20 of these right over here, then you're...
Because in every one of my videos, people are like, where are your facts on this, man? I don't know. I don't believe you. I was like, I am living this data. This data is coming. The data source is me. Like, I am telling you what I am seeing. But it's all fake.
I am it.
I'm faking it all, and it's just all a big scam, and I'm just doing it for views. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Like, I'm not living in a situation like what you guys are doing, where you like are fully in it. I'm living in it like for me. I don't have like customers. Like some of the I'm doing like eBay, I'm doing in-person sales, that kind of stuff. But I'm not in a situation where I like have a bigger scale picture to tell. It's like just my hobby that I'm doing, and I think I have a level of like imposter syndrome, thinking that people would like don't want to hear about me and the stuff that I'm doing, but in reality, like some people probably would like to hear that and like watch that stuff. I'm sure
just because it's fun. I don't really just do it for any reason. It's definitely not because of the money.
But you have a why, not necessarily money, but you're a part of something. Like you have stores and like you have a community that, like an actual community that you build in there,
And
like
you don't?
in and out. Much less so. Much less so. Mine is more of like the enjoyment of like talking, like people in lives that I'm in and listening to me talk random nonsense and be silly and whatever, I guess. Just being me. I'm pretty open, like honest guy. Like if anyone asks me a question, you know, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, I think it's just like the things that I do. Like I need to record more. You've told me off before. Like why aren't you recording opening that box? But there's like a lot of stuff I do in the background where I'm like, yeah, I could, but I don't know if like people really want to see this or not. It's like the lizard brain setting in, they call it.
Yeah. I mean, but there's plenty of people out there that just like, we will watch the same set be opened over and over and over just because that is entertaining.
Yeah, tired guys. You guys tired?
Yeah, I was just looking at the time. It's already getting to be about 11:30 here, so it's gonna be 12:30 there.
I'm feeling it. I can feel my eyes going. I'm like blinking a lot.
But yeah, Adam, I think that you're doing really well. I mean, you're well respected in the community. You literally are gotta have like the #1 mod listing of any of the people out here. And I hate to say it, YouTube is a grind. Going by your subscriber count is really probably a horrible way to judge how you're doing, because YouTube itself can be a grind unless you get lucky and hit something out of the park early or hit something just right. You know, even still, I laugh because I still don't understand how YouTube picks stuff up, because I can do similar videos and tag them and do things very similarly, and one of them will get 3,000 to 5,000 views and the next one will get 200. And you have no idea why what the reasoning is behind it. So using YouTube as your baseline, I would really just throw that away and just look at who you're in touch with, who you're working with, who the community is. I mean, you're sitting here with Mason from Cardinal Gaming on a channel with 1,500 subscribers, and we're just sitting here talking about what's going on in the Pokemon market and whether or not Pokemon Go is going to be a decent set or not. I mean,
and you taught me about a card I didn't even know existed.
Exactly.
I maybe saw that Pikachu before, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know the name of it.
I need to do more of that. I do.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, that is a
that's right.
Prime,
you need
prime
to
example.
You need to buy out the market and then shill it. Yeah. I don't know. Every time I hear people say that, I'm like, I don't want to shill it. I was like, guys, you're just telling people what you like. Like, what do you? There's nothing to be ashamed of, and you should not feel bad about that. Like, and if people buy it after you, who freaking cares? Like, that just means that you turn them on to something that they also will like. And isn't that the point?
Yeah,
Is that not what we're doing here?
I've learned a lot from other people talking about cards. There's cards that I'd never seen before. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Like, yeah, I want that card. Jeez. Like, I'm gonna keep that on my radar, you know, to watch for another time. Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, it is interesting. Like you were just saying, Andy. Like, you know, we've got 2 superstars here, like in the world, not just in the YouTube universe, but like in the world doing real life stuff. Like, it is. I do feel like humbled, like being with you guys, like on these. It's very enjoyable for me. So I do appreciate not just your time, but your effort. You know, with the conversation, it really is cool to be a part of. The games I've done have been fun. Like, they've had pretty good reception. You know, those few games that I've done on the Friday nights, they've been a good time. I think people have enjoyed those.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, Adam, that my site, literally, this channel was at 9 months, I only had 238 subscribers. So
yeah, you were about then when I found you.
I was gonna say, I think so. And then I think you joined right when I was starting to change the channel, because I don't know, were you there when I was still doing openings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
So
to
Jacob
watch it
and I
on
were.
Sundays.
Yeah, you were okay. You were still when I was doing. We were doing Sundays only.
Yeah.
So you caught me right when I was switching the channel over.
Uh-huh.
Because I literally had started 7 months prior to that and was like at 200 and under 250 subscribers. And it's like eventually you just kind of tweak what was working. And with a small channel, what I've learned is that spread a little bit at first and see what niches are catching. You know, do something you're good at. You know, like I talked to you when you were talking about doing channel. You enjoy doing this, try it. Put it out there and maybe try it in 3 different ways. And see which one is actually getting the views or the looks at it. And then start going that direction. Because that's what I ended up doing. Because I was doing this discussing Pokemon market and stuff from the day I started the channel, but as it kept going, the channel started getting bigger. I realized that people were more interested in information than they were in actually me opening packs of cards. Right. Let's just be honest. I'm not a huge showman, but I am good at finding information and trying to present it in a knowledgeable way to where you can understand it. And that's where I kind of realized that that's where people were more interested in that than they were in the openings, and that's why the channel ended up evolving the way it did.
Do you enjoy it the same or more?
I do, because I still open cards. It's just I don't pull out a camera. I actually kind of like it more because when I open cards, I don't have to worry about setting up and making sure Jacob's in the right positioning and staying in the camera focus and we can just sit at the table now and we pull open grab an ETB, rip it open, and open it up. It's fun. It's no longer a task to try and do that as base is getting attacked by a cat.
They're ready for their midnight snack. Basically what that is telling me.
But no, like I said, Mason's probably got more advice than I do because he's the one with 20,000 subscribers.
I mean, the subscriber count means nothing.
No.
There's plenty of videos plenty of channels out there that say absolute garbage information that have lots of subscribers. So that's no indicator.
A Facebook page, I won't get into. It was like one from a while ago, but I have 130,000 subscribers on it, and I get like basically 0 engagement on any of it. Like it literally is like useless. Like it just doesn't do anything. Like nothing happens on it. So like I'm like pretty well aware of like use it or lose it. Like if you want subscribers, you gotta first of all know the why, but then you gotta do something with that. I feel like even though I've only got a couple hundred subscribers, the people that are like absolute rock stars. I got such cool, fantastic people involved in it. Like, and I love that. I love every second of it. And my goal was to hit 100, and I've doubled that. So I'm in bliss right now, subscriber wise. I think it's more that I want to give my best to the people that are subscribed. I want to try and give like the best entertainment, whatever that looks like. I'm trying to figure out what's missing for them right now. I don't know.
You guys ever watch the scene of the raptors in the kitchen in Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mason's get carried away.
What it's looking like.
I love it.
But no, like I said, and Paul, I'm not saying subscribers mean nothing. It doesn't mean that you guys mean nothing. It's that it's not a judgment of a channel.
No, obviously that's not what you meant. That is the subscribers obviously means something. The number of subscribers means nothing.
The number means nothing because, like you said, there are a lot of channels out there that are very questionable that have a lot of subscribers, and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I was just a guilty pleasure that I have is watching this channel that he just goes around and cleans up like street culverts. Like in a heavy rain, he'll like go and clear all the culvert and like the drainage stuff. That's what he does. He like just goes out and like cleans drains and make sure that the rain doesn't like block and he has 500,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And that's what he does. He just goes around and he clears drains So, I mean, not to down talk his content, but people
just be real, I guess.
Subscribers are just, it's just a number.
It is. It's really just a number, and like I said, on my community, I enjoy my subscribers. I don't have conflict. I don't have people bashing me on everything that I say.
I mean, I can start if you want.
Well, if you want to, Mason,
No.
I can't stop you. You're probably the guy that's hitting the dislike button on every one of my videos.
Oh, it's not me. You can't prove it.
I get one person dislikes every one of my videos, and I laugh at it because it's like, you're taking so much time just to sit there and hit that dislike button.
Is it your son?
So
probably. He's on his tablet. Ha! I'm not in it.
Wow.
Funny.
But no, it like I said, YouTube's fun. I love the community. I love the people that I've met on this journey and the things that we've done. We have great conversations. There's a lot of things that we could be sitting here discussing over and over and over again about different parts of it. And there's so many parts to this hobby. I mean, especially now that where we're at. 2019, I don't think I'd ever even start a channel because I just don't feel that there was enough people looking into it back then. Unless you were a diehard collector that's been doing it forever, or if you were a tournament player, because then you were looking for the next best deck. And then I'd be probably sitting there trying to build battle decks to try and show good playability of some decks. And to me, there just wasn't a market back then, number one. Number two, I probably would have never started YouTube except for my son said that he liked Leonhardt and said that didn't think he could do it. So that was like, well, anybody could do YouTube. That's not the hard part.
Man, you were bullied into doing a YouTube channel.
Yes, let's start. Leonhardt's cool. We can start doing this. He always said, I wish I could do that. Why can't you? All you need is a cell phone and a microphone. Even a cell phone. That's what we started with. Just a regular Android cell phone.
And a little splash of peer pressure.
Peer pressure, yeah, for my 7-year-old. Well, we were opening anyways. It's not like we've changed our habits. It's just that we started filming it. That was the only thing that changed. But
love it. I'm crashing.
All right. Well, how about we call it a night, guys? Definitely some good information talking about what's going on with Pokemon Go. Anyway, Pokemon Go is going to be a fun set, I think. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of things happening in that set.
Yep, it's going to be a good one. The more I look at it, the more I enjoy it.
That's just it. At first I was questioning it, and then it went to, well, this is kind of cool, and then the Ditto card came out, and like, wow, that's kind of fun to do that, and it's like every step, like you said, don't get excited about the Radiant cards. I got a feeling them things are going to be so many of them out there that they're not even going to be. They're going to be amazing rares. I think there's going to be 2 per. You're going to find them all the time. They're just going to be all over.
I mean, yeah, every ETB is going to have one in it, and yeah, that's probably how common they're going to be, and that's okay.
He'll still sell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it's going to be fun. So, all right, guys. Well, like I said, we'll kick off. Hopefully you guys had some good information. Hopefully you guys had some fun. And I'm sure we'll probably be seeing you two again. Next time we'll probably kick over to Oak's channel. It's his turn to get.
Sure.
Who's Oak?
Get some views.
Who's Oak? All right.
Who's Oak? All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, and hopefully you guys have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.